virtually every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing.
Me?
We want you to smoke the natural herb.
Sweet.
Some call it marijuana.
Sweet.
Some call it sesame.
Sweet.
Some call it lamb's bread.
The tea.
And some people call it...
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I am your host, Adam Dunn.
I'm Dave Jarnick.
We're in the studio. Made it.
Live.
I made it. Like fucking...
Coming in hot, he says, like 20
so
minutes
hot.
ago.
So hot.
So hot.
So hot.
He's so sexy.
It's coming in like... I was just doing one of those like, fuck it, red lights. Who gives a fuck? Just blasting through them.
Oh, interesting that you should talk about red lights and
great.
driving. Because I heard, as I'm sitting here before the show starts and
How can the fish guy be late?
having a little chit-chat with Mark, and as he's extra fucking spicy today, I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm the fish guy?
He's the fish guy.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Adam's the fish guy.
That's
So
right.
he
Adam
eats.
eats fish. He's a pesca-fishitarian.
He's
So
a qualitarian.
Mark's
He
telling me
clams.
this story about how he's driving. What was the highway? The street?
It wasn't. It was a street.
Okay, don't go too far. It was a street. What street?
Yeah.
20 miles per hour.
It was in Aurora. It was a
It
street.
was somewhere in
a
Aurora.
thoroughfare in Aurora.
A thoroughfare. So we're going to
Yes.
say the speed limit was 40?
40 would be the posted speed limit.
40
of
would be the
said
posted speed
street.
limit.
Yes.
So it actually was not a regular city street. They actually posted a higher speed limit because it normally be like 30 in the
okay.
city, right?
Okay, so it's 40.
posted
Yeah.
40.
So yeah.
And there was a slow car in front of you.
Hell yeah.
Fuck this guy.
I mean, right? That's the
hell yeah.
bane of your existence. You're driving along.
I'm trying to
you
get home.
need to get somewhere. Why is this fucker in front of
Exactly.
you
He doesn't deserve to
slowing
be there.
you
What
down?
What kind of car? What kind of
Does he have anywhere to be? Like,
What
come
was
on.
it, like a
What's
Ford
even happening?
Explorer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
like a
Yeah.
Ford
It's
Explorer.
It's
Oh,
like
you
a Ford Explorer. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are
And
the ones
let
that
me
look
ask you a
fast.
question. Didn't notice the government plates.
No, I didn't.
Nope, didn't
no,
notice those.
It looked like a
Just
very
motherfucker.
Just looked like a very normal
Old person going slow.
horse passenger car.
How fast were we going?
Well, after
No. I want to know, like, what, because you're driving and you're like, this
it was
guy's
like
not going.
35-ish, like 30, 35-ish. He was there, like going.
Okay.
Yeah,
He was dilly-dallying.
they're dilly dallying.
And so did we just signal,
I should've-
move into the left lane?
No,
Get
No, we
maybe
didn't.
3-4 miles faster than him, and then when you get into a safe distance, signal and move back into the lane?
No,
No.
Interesting.
No. What did we do?
We did an evasive mover into the lane next to him.
Evasive. Do you mean aggressive?
Aggressive
Okay.
maneuver into the next lane, and then shot up to 70 miles an hour immediately.
Hold on.
Slow.
Whoa. He's going 37 miles an hour.
And that's
And
when the
your
lights came
solution
on. And
is
they were no longer friends.
you're going to go past this slow person
Yep.
a little bit faster. No, twice as fast.
With a finger.
You gave him the...
No finger. No finger. No finger.
Gonna say.
And then
Vinny would have given him the finger.
And then we aggressively
that guy.
moved into the lane in front of him.
Yeah.
And-
But wait, if we were going 70, weren't we about a quarter mile up ahead of him?
No, he kept up with him at that point.
At that point, he
He noticed. He noticed.
So wait, so you thought at this point in time that you were playing the little chicken race with him? Like he didn't want to
You
get
should have
past. He was
recorded that. It would be like, let's race 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's not good.
Did you
It's
get
not
pissed
good.
off at it for a second, thinking this guy's being a douche, or did you?
Oh
know
yeah,
right
I was
away?
like, what
Did
the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
like,
normal.
why won't he just let me get in front of him?
Yeah. And then yep.
Whoop whoop.
you- Grill
Whoop,
lights. All the grill
Yep.
lights came on.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Anybody in the car with you?
Nope. Just
Were
me.
we late for surgery?
No, I wasn't. Just.
I
going
saw a guy
home
recently,
for the
and
night.
he's, you know, he was playing the Bad Boys theme as the cop walks up, and he was filming himself, and the cop's like, he said he get 50% of the time he gets off the tickets just by doing that.
Whoa.
Because they're all like, whoa, yeah.
Yeah, oh,
they walk
yeah.
up, they
It's
get
like-
the vibe, and then they're like, you know, I'm feeling kind of good now. And then they just let him go. I was like, dude, that is a move right there. So should have tried that.
No,
Yeah.
I
Hey, buddy, smile.
Okay.
You got a ticket, obviously.
So wait, no,
Yes.
go. You're jumping way ahead.
We
You're
have a show to do.
Yeah,
dude.
we have a
We
show
look
to do.
at-
Like,
we don't
this
care.
isn't
we have
embarrassing.
people who
You're
didn't
pushing
show,
this-
so
you're
I'm
pushing
trying to
this
fill.
wave. No, you're not.
No.
Don't worry. We have plenty
Patreon.
Of people.
We have plenty of
That's a
shows.
good Patreon
So you
topic.
get pulled
Just
over,
Get to the point.
Yeah.
license, registration,
Yep.
proof of insurance.
Uh-huh.
You didn't have to do the script. You didn't start
Nothing.
asking where you're
Neon
coming
neck,
from.
Neon neck.
No, he's just like, no.
He
He
didn't
just,
rip you out of the car. I would have ripped you out of the car. Dude.
no.
I would
I
have
know,
you out,
right? Yeah.
And I would
there's-
have made a fucking
yeah.
big scene.
I think he was just sad because I cut in front of him. You know what I mean? Mainly.
What did he write you for?
aggressive driving.
It was
Reckless
It was
driving.
for the
Leaving
speeding.
lane of travel
It
is
was
what I
for-
would have been getting for.
It was for going 30 over or whatever.
You got for going 30 over? That means you have to show up in court.
I did. I already did. It's already done.
When did this
It's
all happen? I thought it
Yeah,
happened this morning.
what?
I don't talk to you guys about shit. You guys don't need to hear about
What?
This is old news.
I
It's
tell
old news.
people that. I tell
wasted
people
all that
that
time on
Mark
old
doesn't
news.
talk about life.
When did this happen?
Y'all don't need to hear about this.
When was court?
Like a month ago. It was like the
Oh,
beginning
that's
of the month.
so
It was
no
like the beginning
fair.
of the month, Yeah.
You told me an old story. That's a total foul.
I do that. Adam likes those.
I
when
thought
it's
this
all
happened
over
like
with.
2 days ago.
Yeah. After it's all
Well, you
over.
don't want to
with.
tell Dave about anything before it
No.
happens, because then he would
Exactly.
have fucked it all
That's
up.
exactly
Would
what I
have
told
jinxed
him.
it totally.
Hetty's friends are
As
here.
you walked into the thing, he'd be like, "Is that Mark Perez?
Yeah.
Is that DJ Mark Perez?" And then the guys would be like, "What was going on here?" And then like, he can afford to get his tickets.
Yeah.
Man. He's got money.
That's yeah.
Who?
Mr. Perez, DJ Perez.
Oh,
Yeah,
DJ
they-
Perez. I thought you were going to say me.
All right, let's
I
talk
had
about the show.
$16.
Let's talk about the
Yeah.
fucking
What the
goddamn
hell,
show.
dude? Jesus.
All right.
You
cares
went
about-
way.
Thank you.
too
Wow,
long.
you went
Sitting.
deep.
That was way too long.
I had two
Hey.
people say they
Get done
weren't
that
going to
like a
show
minute.
tonight. I was filling a
Nobody's
few
not
fucking
showing.
minutes.
Nobody's not showing.
Jane didn't show tonight, and Sarah can't make it tonight.
fucked
up
he's fucked up.
You know, stoner show, chicks don't show up. That's what happens. They're like, "Oh, a bunch of dudes down there. We don't want to be
You're
here."
getting hate mail.
I'm telling you.
Getting hate mail.
Right.
Shouldn't
It's the
have
truth,
said
though.
that.
We're keeping our tradition of being
It's
a
the truth.
dude,
Hey,
dude show.
Thank you, Lance Lambert.
Oh, nice.
And
at
Grove
these
Bags with the
Terp
Terp
block.
block. So if anybody has a small project that they need 5,000-6,000 bags, we have a bunch.
Man, look at this. We're at Terp
Yeah.
locks, Terp wipes. We're all terped
Everything's
out.
Terps.
We are terped out around here.
Yo,
Yes.
Terps.
I like that the fact that they fit
.com.
perfect flag shape. You know, Insta
It's-
flag.
it is
Just stick a
good.
stick on that in the middle. Boom, flag,
And you can save it and stick it somewhere.
and make a flag out of it.
Hotel rooms. It's good for hotel
Wait, they
rooms everywhere.
stand up too, I believe. Hold on.
They have gusset bottoms here.
Gusset bottoms.
Gusset.
You learn something new every day.
You
I
didn't
like
know what
this.
a gusset
No, I
is?
never
Come on,
heard that.
jean, like gusseted. You never heard that jean commercial? Gusset jeans.
Is that something that Led Zeppelin sang about in
It's
Stairway
like-
to Heaven? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark.
A gusset
know what?
in your
That's not
retro. In your
acceptable.
retro.
I'm sorry.
Whatever that is.
Yep.
In your retro.
That's
It's like
right.
a Scooby-Doo thing. Scooby-Doo
is.
reference.
Yeah.
So I told Dave Warden to join us at 6.
No, tell Dave to come earlier.
You want
because
him
we have-
earlier?
Yeah, because we have the other guys coming
Oh,
on at 6. Because
boy.
I knew that you always have everybody on right as the show starts. So
But I didn't. I had him on at 6. That was
know.
afterwards.
And now you screwed up the other way around. So.
I screwed up the other way around.
No matter what, you're gonna screw up. I'm just telling you. Like,
Okay.
you already know.
I got it.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Shout
boy.
out to my
Let's
sister.
get him on earlier. At 6 o'clock, we've got Jinx Proof coming on, and James Bean is going to join us at some
Oh,
point,
how nice.
possibly around then, maybe later. I don't know. He'll be
nice.
watching. He's got lots of cool stuff to talk about. he
Oh,
said.
good.
It's
He's
always
up
good.
to some new stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Good.
we know, like, we had, and I told him, I was like, he's like, you want me on the show? He made it sound like we didn't want him on the show. I was like, dude, we have you on. You just didn't show up the last 2 times.
Well, yeah,
I
what are you
don't know.
talking about?
I was there.
He was on the
waiting.
card and everything.
I know, but he
Okay.
he watches and he's like, they got too many guests. They didn't plan again as usual. They
What?
They overdid it. Too many guests.
James, come
too
on.
little time.
What are you talking about? We love having you on the show. I won't
I'm
say.
doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
And surprise, surprise, we
I
did
didn't
not.
do fucking shit.
We did not dress up for Halloween this year. This is like the first. This is,
Oh, this is nice.
you
This
like
is
that?
the Halloween show?
Oh yeah.
This
really.
is the, well. Next week is when?
Oh yeah.
It's Monday or something. I think. right?
Tuesday is Halloween. So
Tuesday's
what happens
Halloween?
after Halloween?
Oh, it's
November.
November.
There
It's
you go.
Thanksgiving.
Yes. So we'll do it. We'll make up for the Halloween show by dressing up for the Thanksgiving show, right?
Oh, like
as
turkeys?
Pilgrims.
What?
Yeah, pilgrims and
Pilgrims and
turkeys,
turkeys.
and Indians.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll get a little, the little neck
Little-
thingy for Dave for
Oh.
turkey. Like yeah.
Oh no, that turkey.
Yeah, the
he's
little-
got that already. So
Why did you You're not supposed to tell anybody. That's why I have this beard here.
we
to
save
cover
on
it up.
makeup, bro. Think of
Yeah.
all the money we save.
Right.
Think of all the money we save on makeup.
Yeah.
You and I?
Yeah.
Or
right,
just
yeah.
me?
No, you personally.
Personally.
You.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So I guess CC and Nick and the whole crew are all going down to Crestone for their. I bailed. I was like, it's getting kind of cold. I might have to do some work around the house.
Nice. Yeah,
They bought it?
Yeah.
They bought that really?
Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, good.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
You got to do a lot of work around the house, dude.
Right.
I got a lot to do. No, Nick's out too. Nick bailed too. Me and Nick both bailed.
Oh, that's funny.
And we're out.
Oh, no.
No. Yeah,
That's
we're-
it?
we're
No
out.
Crestone? So CC went to Crestone?
She's going tomorrow. She's going today with the landlady. The landlady will not be here for Patreon this year.
We were just talking about how Mark hasn't had a Friday off in 6 years. And the landlady just
he has.
decides
Oh, yeah. I
He's
mean,
taken
Yeah.
a couple.
Yeah, Mark's had plenty.
a couple
dude.
here and there. Yeah.
Plenty.
he's never been given it off. He had to take it.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Say
know.
You got to
we could-
take it sometimes.
On like 2 hands, you could count tops.
Yeah.
So what did Dave say? Nothing?
Yeah, I've been gone.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right,
Couple
just
times.
checking.
I wrote to him,
2 hands.
but he's probably
For
busy.
sure.
He's probably
Absolutely.
busy.
I went out. So
I was
luckily,
wondering that
luckily,
today.
since you give me so much
Such
information, you're like Dave Warden, best day. I'm like, okay.
Oh, no. He sent
And-
me his bio this morning.
Yeah, great. Well, that helps me. That helps me putting together the flyer. Last night I was like, well, thank God for LinkedIn because now you can see at least
Yeah.
kind of what he's been doing, what he's been up to.
I
made
hope
up
you got it
everything.
right.
I literally made everything up. I don't know. Yeah,
I didn't
could
read
be
it.
wrong. Could
I-
be right. I just looked at what said present. I was like, oh, present. Well, this is what he's doing.
No, that's what he does. He's
Yeah,
live
so-
diamonds.
If you look at mine and you tried to go off my LinkedIn,
Oh, yeah.
I haven't updated that since day one, dude. So you would have no idea what I'm up to. You'd be like, and he's still doing the same old thing.
Selling hemp jackets.
No, and I get too. It's like I look at other people's and they haven't done shit, but they have like 5,000 lines of things they've done, which you really haven't done. And I'm like, I don't even want to get into it because it gets too. I'm like, So from this decade to that decade, I guess I was doing that, and that's about it.
And when I think to myself how long I've been on LinkedIn, that I
What
had
a wonderful day.
No, I had to make a conscious. I had to decide in I think it was like 2012 to put a cannabis position up. Right? I didn't know. Am I going to list a cannabis position? Are they going to pull my account? Is somebody going to knock on my door? I really didn't know. But I sort of just realized that, you know what? Fuck it. And that was it. And I never looked back. And I don't care. I don't fucking care. LinkedIn has been a great little resource for connecting with other cannabis people over the years. And it's certainly helped going to these canna events, finding out who's who before you get there, especially with Vegas. Helped a lot with Vegas. What do you got there? Another
I was
Terp
gonna
lock
give
bag?
them some weed to smoke.
Basketball and
You guys need some
That's
weed?
baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at Hetty sent his friends to town.
another hour.
Didn't tell him anything. Didn't tell him where to get weed.
Just said,
I know,
yeah,
not till
here.
6.
Didn't tell him we don't start until 4:20. Sent him over.
Roll up a blunt or something.
They got hospitality.
And then Vinny
GMO
took care of him
GMO.
all day. Good man he is.
I could see the look like, I need to smoke some weed.
No, we did. We rolled a joint beforehand of
Oh,
the
okay. Well, they can roll
the
more.
last of the.
I gave
The
her her
House of
first dab
Dankness.
out of a Dab X. and
Oh, nice. First
she was
dab
so
day.
happy about it, she cried.
I laughed.
Very nice.
I cried. It was better than
It was
Better than
it was-
cats?
It
Yeah.
was better than cats.
Oh, man. Have you ever actually seen cats? Oh, boy.
Allie-
It's not good, dude.
okay.
Just saying
was-
it's better than cats does not set the bar very high, is what you're trying to say.
And
Are you
for
talking about the
being
play,
a-
or are you talking about
The play.
Because didn't they come out with a movie or
No, the
something?
play was great.
Okay.
A movie
Let's
I've
get
never
back to the
seen.
first
All
dab
right.
because she hung in there.
Yeah.
She's at altitude. She got some pineapple juice to clear the lungs out. She's still here.
And what
Good
were we
job.
what did we get to smoke on that first dab?
It was Apothecary.
Okay.
Oh, it was a banana something.
Yeah.
Banana.
Yeah. It was.
Banana.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh-oh, having some issues.
What's going on?
I
was
didn't
the bad
clean
one.
anything
Oh
beforehand.
my God.
And it sat on its side, and I kind of fucked it up, I think, here. I'm getting the flashy white.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I know. I'll fix
I'm
it.
always amazed. Like,
It's all
there's times where
operator.
it doesn't seem like it's, and then you just put the thing on top and it starts working fine. You're like, this thing's great.
I just clean mine out, man. Whenever you clean it, it's just, it works so good.
Yep.
Isn't that like life though in general? Like,
Yeah.
If you clean
if you
out,
clean out that, it
life.
seems to work a lot better. It's like, yeah, that's kind of how
it takes years to figure that one out, though.
Yeah, it takes a little bit.
No, with this one, the thing is it gradually goes less and less, and you just at a certain
Right.
point you realize. And then when you clean it, you're like, oh, dude, I forgot it was like even did that.
Because it'll still give you a dab, no matter what. Like it's just,
It
but
pushes it through for you.
there's a quality that comes through when it's cleaned. Yes.
Come from all over the city to buy books.
Yeah, I cleaned out I did the full clean today, and then, but it's cool because it was with the perfect temperature right now, where you could just put the dabber into that little thing and go, and it came out as one big chunk. I was like, there you
Nice.
go, that was easy, because sometimes you get it when it's hot.
Yeah.
It's just all gooey, ooey.
I throw the little silicone thing in the refrigerator and I clean the rest of it,
Yeah,
and
and then
then
you
I
click
use that
out.
last. Yeah. And then click it out.
I can't wait.
I understand.
I just open it up and go to town. But usually I'm cleaning it like 8 minutes before I gotta go.
Right.
To get to. I'm like, okay, I can't get to the show and have the thing.
Are we going to need any production
Dave.
value from Mark? Get it out now because
Production value?
well, because the Nuggets game starts in 10 minutes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And
so
game 1 of the World Series is on.
And the
but
World Series starts at 6, so I'm gonna be flipping between the two of them.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I had no idea.
This might
it
not
was
even be on here.
World. So who's in the World Series?
The
Those
Arizona,
guys and the other guys.
yeah, those guys, the Diamondbacks and the Rangers, the
Texas Rangers.
So what? Nobody's based
Nobody cares.
Marky Mark, yeah. Marky Mark's all bummed
So it's
because
the
it's not the
nobody's versus
Astros.
who gives
Yeah.
a fuck. Basically.
It's
I was going
two
for the
C
Astros.
markets.
I like a
So
good
is Mark.
cheating team.
The what?
I like a good cheating team.
Yeah, the Astros didn't make it.
Yeah,
A good cheating team?
Fuck 'em.
that's how they won the World Series that one year. They had someone in the stands. They would catch the signals from the catcher and they would bang the trash can however many times. And,
Oh,
and
nice.
They would tip them off that way.
That's good. That's good. When did they figure it out?
I think
Get
you should
the
be allowed.
fuck
I'm
outta
not
here.
lying. You
I
can
think
go
you
back.
should be allowed to do any of that.
I think you should too.
I think
Why
you
the
should
hell?
too.
It's like if you're creative enough and they don't catch on, fuck them.
If you can't do telepathic signs, then what the fuck?
If you can't do
But now it must be easy with
Right?
the fucking just wear a little ear thing and the guy talking. Come on now.
Yeah. Anyways, sports report.
Well, what-
What did we?
Sports
Sports
talk on
is
Adam Dunn show.
boring.
You know
Yeah,
the
this
sports
is-
talk on Adam
Good
Dunn show is
first.
gonna go deep.
I wasn't even trying to do this. You guys.
I did it.
Well, you're wearing every fucking sports thing on you. Look at you, guys.
He's got the
You got your face
nugs.
painted and everything.
I
dude.
just got the
can't believe,
nugs
I
on.
can't believe you painted your
Face
face.
paint.
take your shirt up?
I know. Look at it. Oh, it's
Does
not
it say
oh, it's just
sports on your
face? I
nipples?
thought that was face paint.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
I have a nugget shirt on. It's all nuggets though.
I assumed your face was
Chance.
painted, but I assume that I guess I'm wrong.
No,
I guess it's
yeah.
just your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mateo left my new chef's coat though.
I have a tie-dye chef's coat.
Oh, it says Dominion Seed Company on it. So
Ooh.
Very nice.
very nice.
Shout out to Duke Diamond.
For sure. Coming to town, bro.
And shout out to House of Dankness. Actually, that weed was pretty good. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's-
that super boof
That was fire.
smelled amazing. What the fuck?
Oh, that's what
that was crazy,
I fucked
dude.
up. I should
You
have.
want some of that? That was
Every
our other
time I
chef.
hear that word, I think to myself, I was how old? I was 50, right?
Yeah, when you heard Super Boof.
Here,
Check out the
Yeah.
big brain on
heard
bread.
for the first time, right? So I went 50 years. When was the word invented?
What? Oh, you were talking about real boofing, not
Yeah.
just the Super Boof.
72.
72.
I think what's your name? Isn't it? Isn't
The
it
airplane movie
Probably
popularized
68.
it. Just kidding.
The airplane movie.
I'm just kidding.
popularized
I'm
it?
messing with you.
No, it was what's her name from Fleetwood Mac, right? Isn't she the original boofer?
I don't know.
She's
Stevie?
OG.
Is that
boof.
true? Why?
Stevie Nicks. 'Cause
Really?
She would boof coke because she had a deviated septum, so she had to boof it.
Damn.
Really?
Kind of the originator. And she would have just
Whoa.
random. Hey, can you boof me? Like she was like kind
Oh,
of.
man. I'm this old today.
Come on.
Can you imagine having that story?
Could we? Why do we even? You know, I don't.
Well,
Sorry, I
everybody
brought it
knows
up.
That. Everybody knows that.
I helped Stevie Nicks boof some cocaine. That's a great story.
Damn, I missed that. I had the spoon.
You have to, or you have to attach like 20 straws together and then curve the last one. And
The bendy straws?
yeah, bendy straw, double back,
I'm down.
double back.
Stevie Nicks? For sure.
I'm telling you, everybody. Look it up. I think that's where it originated. Personally, I think that's where it comes from.
Look, they're all writing
Look,
already.
they're all
saying,
going.
Stop,
Everyone's- right now-
everyone, stop.
Right now,
please
Google's like,
make
why
them
is everybody
stop."
looking up Stevie Nicks boof right now?
It's not acceptable past the age of 8.
That's exactly what I was looking at.
Look, Dave's finding a quiet spot, and,
and
he's
you
going
got
to
a lot,
zoom in.
right? Like one of 10,000 pages. How many pages?
They throw jalapenos in his asshole.
I didn't finish it. We started talking. Nix.
Oh, look, the lighter made it back. Was it here the whole time?
I believe it may have
Mark, your lighter was on here the whole
Oh,
time.
great. Nice.
blended in with all the other
Stevie
crap.
Nicks ingested drugs
Here's your
rectally.
lighter.
Yeah, see? There you
Yeah,
go.
this is
Certified.
This is a thing.
This
Yeah,
is certified
number
news.
one pop up.
So if anyone is coming to Vegas, we're going to be doing our live
What's
show
his name?
on Friday the 1st from Jerome Baker Glass, Las
DreamWorks.
Vegas Dream Factory.
Yeah,
that's
and
funny.
we're also having a Benjamin jam sesh either on Wednesday or Thursday. We don't know yet. We're finding out. But
Thursday.
So I would
Touch
hope he
us.
would do it Wednesday because
That's the best. That's what I
Thursday
told
would be
him.
opposite of the MJs.
Oh yeah, so we're not even there,
And
bro.
We, you won't even be there.
Yeah,
Thursday's good.
What's happening? Oh, from
Yeah.
Vegas. Yeah.
No, but Thursdays is the MJs, and technically, even though I don't
I
want to
thought
patronize
Thursdays.
a
I
non-consumption
thought that was
event.
Wednesday.
You thought
I'm
Thursday
told
was
it was
Wednesday? You know what? You're wrong, dude. It's actually its own.
It's Friday.
No.
It's
Fuck.
own.
Lance has informed me that the MJs are Thursday night
Yeah, okay, I know.
because that's when he always does his party.
And so he's not doing a party now, or he's
Well,
going to.
no, remember he is, but it's going to be at the Palms, a non-consumption event. However, we get 2 tickets because we were
Paradise?
nominated, and but
We
we have to
got
wear a tux.
Eddie.
2 tickets
to
to
Eddie Money.
paradise.
All I have is a black jacket. Maybe I can get a shirt that has the fake tux on it and just wear jeans.
That looks really
Yeah,
good. That
nuts.
sounds super
No.
classy.
No.
I can see that already.
No.
You should make sure you have a lot of crumbs on you too when you get up there.
I can do that.
Covered in
I
crumbs.
can do that.
With your with your
I'd go
tuxedo
hit Fremont
t-shirt,
Street and get
just to
one
class
of
it
the
up a little bit around there.
classic stores and
Man,
find one.
I just went through like a rabbit hole from the Stevie Nicks booth thing, dude. Jesus Christ.
I took you
Are
to
you
another
back?
Oh, you went
now
deep?
You never
went
knew.
deep?
You
Two
never
knuckles.
Yep.
Knew. You never knew.
I
Oh,
never
that's
knew.
funny that Jane was going to be in tonight.
Wild.
Kill this fly.
Oh, we got someone here.
Oh,
That's
there we
Dave.
are.
Oh, look at that.
Mr. Warden. The
Mr.
warden.
Live
the warden
Diamonds
is here.
Okay.
What up, you guys?
Oh, he's frozen, but now I hear him.
How's it going?
Well, how are you, my friend?
Welcome.
Yeah,
welcome.
it's a pleasure to have you on.
You know, I'm skating by out here in Western North Carolina this evening, but very honored and pleased to see you guys do well and alive and breathing and all the good that you do.
Got that real good North Carolina.
Yeah,
internet
I was
going on.
the internet in North Carolina sucks tonight. Turn your video off. Maybe we'll just get your audio and it'll work a little better.
Because you're just frozen right now. You
Yeah.
don't want. You don't even want to see what.
Turn your video off and we'll. Yeah, it's not the most flattering shot of you. Oh, look at that! There we go.
That was pretty sweet.
That was cool.
It's cool.
All right, you still there?
Does that. That's awesome.
Yes, sir. Can you guys hear me?
Now we
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah, and that's even better because the other one had a little delay. So, welcome. What are you doing in North Carolina? What are you doing out there?
You know, it's weird. A typical LA move. We had to fly here to drop our chihuahuas off before we went to Romania tomorrow.
Oh,
It's actually the first thing I
you
was thinking
too,
when
huh?
you said North Carolina. I was thinking, are you there to drop off your
I mean,
chihuahuas
it's
on
like-
your way to
like-
Romania? Because that's what I do normally when I'm there. That's like the classic.
So textbook, like it is so textbook. You know,
Right.
I hate to be that predictable, but you know, there are cliches for a reason. Most of them are based in truth.
So, what are you doing? You going on for holiday or for business to Romania? That sounds.
Honeymoon, yeah, honeymoon.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Got married after 19 and a half years, and so my wife made an honest woman out of me after all this time.
I think you got that
And
backwards.
yeah, she's going to do a honeymoon. You know, got to drink some blood, obviously, because we're going to Transylvania.
Right.
You know, when in Rome.
Exactly. A little bloodletting. You know.
Yeah, you know what I
average.
mean?
Nice. Is that all you're going? Is that you're going just there and back, or are you going to hit other spots while you're there, or what's?
We're going to Romania, Serbia, Croatia, Bulgaria, Hungary, and Austria.
Once again, classic honeymoon. This guy knows how to. You know, he's like,
hell?
he's like. Let me think about the most.
I could take her to the
We
Caribbean,
could go to Fiji. You
Mediterranean.
have a choice of Fiji, or or Romania. No, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Who's Romanian?
Yeah.
Or who's where I would assume this is some cultural background.
Yeah, no, it's we're winos as well. So when I'm not like smoking weed for a living, I enjoy wine. There's a lot of similarities there, and basically just getting off the beaten path. You know, we've done the basically every major river we do cruises on, and the river cruises are glorious. If you've never done a European river cruise, it is so much better than a regular cruise because it's only like 100 people. there's no security because you're in the EU, and you just like walk on and off the boat in these little towns with castles.
Yeah, and they have those really
And we
cool,
always
like
go in,
they got those cool long, like low boats, right? Those really like long, low sort of river things.
yeah, and it's just super chill. And you just you go in November, so there's no like regular tourists there, and you have these little like towns in Austria to yourself.
That's cool.
And it's glorious. Yeah, no, it's very cool. I would like to apologize. I was supposed to have some Gold Drop Liquid Loud samples to you guys, and I called today to be like, "You sent it, right?" And you're like, "Yeah, totally. We're sending it today."
And you're like,
and I was like, "Well, the show's today." Oh man,
are you using
Crazy.
my? Are you using my guys? Because it sounds like you're using my guys.
I'm just a raging stereotype this evening. Good God.
No, that's definitely
But yeah,
that's
who
true. Adam
knew
Ventura.
stoners would be bad at times and dates?
Yeah, for sure. But,
So what do you got planned for Vegas?
But they are
coming up?
coming.
cool. I mean, I look forward to it.
What's your plans for
for
Vegas,
Vegas?
Dave? Because I remember last year when I walked into Ray
I'm gonna-
Navis's event, you had this like huge display of live diamonds.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're doing. You know, so this one I'm bowing out because I'll be on the honeymoon. This time it'll probably be focused around the Liquid Loud stuff, like we're sending you guys, basically just pure sauce, a pure sauce card, non-decarb. So so basically we have a cold filtration process that Joe perfected, and that way we can have this beautiful, just gorgeous, live resin HTE. But with that, if you don't have to decarb it, you don't damage the terps. So because we do a mechanical separation instead of a chemical separation, and because we don't decarb it, most people have to decarb their oil to melt the crystals inside of it. But we remove so many of the crystals because we want to get the THCA out so we can make liquid diamonds to put in other products and sell to big brands. So we have this beautiful sauce left over. So we figured out a way to filter it without damaging the terpene profile at all. So that's probably what we're going to be profiling is the Liquid Loud. And it is glorious. Like right now, it's the only thing I'm vaping because you get a real wide open spectrum of all the terps. And it puts the focus on the terpenes because we're not trying to spike the cannabinoids. So like, it's not really, if you're average consumer, like if we're in a store, we're trying to jack up the cannabinoid, the THC as high as possible and trying to sell potency and lean in to the incorrect zeitgeist that drives most, consumer behavior in the legal cannabis space in California.
Well, what do you mean?
This
you mean
is more
THC is not the only end-all be-all to getting stoned?
I know it's a revelation, but yeah, this is the product. Like it's a harder sell for sure because we go into these buyers and they're like, "Whoa, this test's really low," and we live in a world where 50 to 60% THC is considered low.
Oh my God.
And it is a harder sell, but then when people try it, like this is what I would offer to you guys if I ran into you in Vegas. I'd be like, "Oh, this is for you guys." Like the high THC stuff is for tourists.
Well, what you
This
need
is
is
the
you need
stuff for you
something that
guys.
you don't have to look at the label is what you want. Because the minute you have to like justify it by the numbers, look at those, and it tastes like shit, but the numbers, it's better the other way around, right? Where you don't even see the numbers
No,
and you just try it. And you're like, "Ooh, that's nice."
Yeah. So if you guys rolled in blind, I am confident that you would be like, okay, that is fire. So it's like a normal strain. Like we'll run a strain, and because we run such high volume for other brands, we could cherry pick the good stuff. And basically be like, okay, put that one over there. And that's essentially the stuff they don't let me sell. Like the stuff we keep for Gold Drop is the stuff that they don't let me sell because they're like, wait, we need to keep this. And basically it's so good that even my wife has started using cannabis again because she, after being married to, after being with me for 20 years, she was a little sick of weed. I had this moment when I turned 40 when I had to like sit myself down and be like, all right, not every 40-year-old has 3 bongs on their coffee table. Like maybe we can get by with 1 bong or 1 rig. And it took a couple years to pare it down to like a bong, but we just moved recently to upstate New York. And she's like, well, obviously you're giving her bongs away. And I was like, no, the bongs are coming with. These are like my children.
No, you have a whole wing. We have a whole wing we're building on
so
the
there
house.
was
We're building a wing on the house just for the glass.
Just for
Yeah,
the
well, the boxes that said Dave Work Stuff was basically bongs, and then all the concentrates I was having the the movers move for me instead of driving with them myself. So there were a couple
Allegedly.
really, really loud boxes that showed up at my house. And so now, but I've moved to this town in upstate New York. It's only like 1,900 people. And I got the painters at my house so high the other day. We had a Zenko, and I put some dabs in there. And I don't know if they've ever even dabbed. They're these Chilean painter guys. And I got them so ruined. And I was like, no one in this town has ever used this device. I don't even know if you can get dabs here. Let's do this. And just got them devastated. And they went upstairs to paint for a little while and came down, and they wouldn't leave because they were telling me how high they were. And the dude was like on a repeat loop.
Did they get any painting done? Or did
He was like, no, Mr. David. Oh, Mr. David, it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, did they actually finish the job or what?
Gold drop. So they did a better job than they had. Like, I wish I got them stoned on the first day.
It's like you come back and they're literally right down at the ground, like the paint level.
Yeah, like all the, I went around and put blue tape on all the scuff marks and all stuff, and everyone, it was precision. It was like
Nice. We lost him.
We lose you, Dave.
Uh-oh.
Zoom back in.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Beep, beep, beep. Gone.
We did lose him. He is not with us.
We had him for a few minutes.
We had him here.
Typical.
Dave! Yeah, Dave. Dave's not here.
Oh, here we go. I think he's back, maybe?
He's back.
Yep, he's back.
And Dave's back.
And Dave's back.
sorry about it, guys. It's this hillbilly tech I'm dealing with in the mountains of North Carolina.
I figured they painted your router or something.
Los Angeles was just too high tech.
Do you have dial-up internet there or something?
LA was just too high tech. We had to move to the woods. It's that equivalent, I'm at a party at someone's house, and I got a message like, "Hey, can you jump on now?" And I didn't even think about it, like to get the Wi-Fi log on and all that stuff. I was like, "Oh, it'll be fine," because usually, you're in a big city, you could just jump on anywhere. And you got full bandwidth and your LTE does it. But yeah, no, this is, I'm learning a lot. I'm getting back to basics over here. It's like a coming of age, like romantic comedy. We're going to take a stoner from the big city and put him in the woods and see what he does without Wi-Fi.
Well, I'd rather not have Wi-Fi. You can keep the Wi-Fi. Just give me a lighter and some weed, and I'll be fine. I'll make up.
Copy that. Well, yeah. Yeah, no shortage of that around here. I'm out in Asheville walking around with all the yuppie hippies today.
Isn't there 190 tons of surplus weed in New York right now or something like that?
It's ridiculous. Yeah, no, everybody, I showed up out there and I was not even planning on dealing with New York at all because, it just, I've watching their arc, I was like, I got enough. My hands full with sort of California, and then we're launching Gold Drop in Oklahoma like last week. So I was like, I'll focus on those two states. But I showed up, and they were like, "You're a weed dealer? Can you help us sell weed?" And I was like, I don't know who we're going to sell it to. There's only like 20 shops, and basically all these people have so much, and I'm sure. They got backed up surplus legal weed, and there's no one to sell it to. So, and then because there's so many sticker stores out here, like the town I'm in, 1,900 people, and there's 3 sticker stores, which are basically the illegal, the unlicensed shops.
Got it.
And it's kind of like Los Angeles in like 2010, when it was just thousands of shops in this.
So where you're at, I guess there's a lot of Delta 8 probably, huh? Rolling around in North Carolina, I'd imagine. Did we lose him?
Probably.
You can't OD on it.
Gone.
Yeah. No, it's so basically you go in and you buy a $60 sticker and they give you like an eighth of weed or something. They were doing T-shirts, but then they were like, why the fuck? If this is just a game we're playing, why do we have all these large, expensive T-shirts? Yeah. Why not we just sell stickers? So it'll say sticker store, and there's a weed leaf on it.
That's so funny.
Like not even attempting to
sticker
so,
store. That's pretty.
you know.
And they're registered as a sticker store, or what's the deal? They don't even register as nothing.
No, I think they don't have a business license at all. But it says you see sticker store. That's what it is, and they're really bad. Like it's like a card table. Like they don't even buy this. It's like a card table with some dude sitting behind it and like crappy fluorescent lighting.
Quality.
And it's there's like one guy who went crazy with it, and he'll sell like $60 ounces and have lines around the block, and he just got rolled up. Like the cops just popped him like 2 weeks ago. But he had Lamborghinis parked out front. He was posting on his Instagram. He had this giant, this is not exaggeration, he had a giant like 4-foot dildo that was like
He does
this
also?
this giant cock that he would put on the front of his
Jesus.
No, Mark has one in his backyard.
Stealing your steves, Mark.
Yeah.
Putting dildos on Lambos.
Oh.
Come on, that was your thing. You had that dialed up. No, that guy sounds.
Oh, I know all about that.
That guy sounds like a real fun guy.
A real fun guy.
Yeah.
So I would think, though, that with New York
Yeah, I
being
mean,
so...
it's definitely not a testimonial for like, hey, kids, stay in school.
Right. Lambos and dildos over here.
But with New York being so saturated...
Lambos and dildos. That was actually going to be my next album title.
Adam already has it. Don't you think you should be like processing for everybody in New York, though? You know, taking all that
What's
surplus. Shouldn't you be making concentrate out of all this surplus weed? I mean, that's not doing anything.
Yeah,
that's in freezers.
It's really weird because they're still in that phase, you know, when all the investors come in and basically say, stoners are stupid. We've got a business plan. We're going to take over this whole... And they're still stuck in that mode, even though they haven't made any money in like 3 years. So you try and say, hey, look, we got these processes. We can make concentrates. We can do all this stuff with it. And they're like, no, that's not part of the business plan. And they're just going to go broke like all the Chads did in California. And you can't save a Chad from being a Chad. You know what I mean? Like they are born a Chad. They're going to die a Chad. In between, they'll live as a Chad. And I did this in California, watched a lot of people who thought they were smarter than weed dealers just blow millions of dollars, and now they're all gone. You know, thing about weed dealers always make money. And that's what I would try and point out to these people. It's like, oh no, when we do business deals, we make money. We don't do it for not making money. No, but we've got a pro forma, and you just don't understand the market, Dave. You don't understand how business works. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. No, I love when
whatever. I'm gonna go over here and make money.
I love when they say shit like that.
And they all have the exact same premise. I'm raising $2 million, and in 18 months, I'm going to exit for $200 million.
Make you want to kick a fat kid
at
Kmart.
Yeah, no. And they think I'm Captain Bring Down. Like I'm the captain of the no fun police because I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work. Well, you know, no. Well, show me, show me. My thing is we're going to like the distillate people like 5 years ago when everyone was trying to buy these huge distillate things. They never made distillate.
Chasing the
we're
unicorn.
We're going to make 40 kilos a day.
Oh, yeah. It was
and you're like, well, who are you going to sell it to?
No,
I'd be like, who are you going to sell it to? To people. Well, which people? Give me their names.
There's a pharmaceutical company that's coming in, and they're going to be working with Coca-Cola, and they say they're going to need 5,000 kilos of CBD a day, man.
No, it was called biomass.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Dude, it was Anheuser-Busch for me the other day. I went to that meeting, and I was like, wow, I haven't heard this in years.
Ooh, now we're talking.
You know, Adam and I went through this in like 2015, 2016. It was always the same amount. They're looking for what? Yeah, they need 4,000. They need 8,000. It was always the same number being shopped. And, you know, you chase the unicorn once or twice before you go, fuck, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, it's out here. There's all these stories because everyone would get the same deal, and people call me like, dude, I've got a big deal. And I would tell them the number before they told me. Yeah. It's 4,000, right? They need 4,000 a week. Sure they do, dude. Yeah. And all sorts of funny stories about people being on the line and realizing they're doing a group conference, pre-Zoom, you know, and they're doing a group conference call, and everyone is the broker.
Right.
Like,
there was time, like when a deal actually happened, there was literally 19 brokers in between. and you were like, dude, this is
That
ridiculous.
doesn't make sense.
There's no money left, and it was like,
and each one of them is going to make $1 million.
Oh yeah,
and it's just guaranteed. No, these guys are big. No, these guys are big. Trust me. These guys. Are
no,
big.
This is for one season, right? In 2016, if you had a legit CBD hemp crop, you could have sold it for probably $100,000 an acre.
Oh, it was nuts.
You know,
Sure.
and that was it. And then everybody from 2016 harvest until failure pumped whatever they could into it. By 2018, they all realized there was, this was the goose that wasn't going to lay any eggs. And fuck, if people didn't lose their shirt building out thinking that they were going to get those numbers. It's like trying to base, you'd look at these pro formas back in 2012 and they'd be, what's your wholesale price of cannabis? Oh, $6,000 a pound. And you go, what the fuck, man?
Dude,
6,000.
We saw all the same pro formas, dude. I would tell people, I was like, okay, let's take that. Now take it to $500 a pound. Are you still making money?
Oh, you were worse. I said
$750.
$750.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it.
Yeah. If you
can't, which if you were in Oregon, it did have to go to 50, and all those hemp farmers in Oregon, they killed themselves. There was like a suicide epidemic.
Yeah.
Because no one was buying their crop. Then they had that huge hailstorm. Then the fires came, and like 7 people killed themselves in one weekend.
It was like God does not like you doing
because
what you're doing.
they had just.
At that point, you were like,
well, you're talking about 2017.
But I drove around. I remember getting off I flew into Medford and I drove to this farm. And on the way to the farm, I went past at least 6 or 7 hemp farms that were just left to rot. Like they were at that point where they were just like, oh, so nobody's at that farm, and those things just kind of fell into their own footprint. You know what I mean? Because it was just like, okay.
Remember we talked about this?
We're closed.
What the whole volunteer crop was going to look like in 2018. Then 2019 of all those failed hemp farms. And you realized when you were driving to these places that you didn't need to go drive next year, that you could make a few phone calls. And that was that's when it changed. And you know what? To my original point, they need you in New York. They need you processing.
Yeah.
They need you in Oklahoma and all these places where they grew such a surplus and they've not backed up with distribution or sales. They have to turn it into something shelf stable. And
it's we're getting there. Like in Oklahoma, people are starting to come around, and in New York, it's almost too early in the arc still because everyone's still so frothing and greedy that like you kind of have to. I need to settle them down, and then we got to get through all that old biomass. That's the worst part when you have everyone's like, I've got tons. And you're like, we need the fresh stuff. Send us the fresh stuff.
Yeah.
And they think you're not going to know. And you test it, and you're like, yo, dude, this is filled with CBN, and it's converted to Delta 9. How old is this?
Yeah. No,
They're like, no, this is the good stuff. Or they'll mix it.
Yeah.
They'll put like a few tons of the fresh stuff in front, and then load the rest of the truck, like sandwich it. So the front and the back is fresh, and the middle is old. And no, we've been gotten every way. You know what I mean? So now it's almost like if we start getting down in New York, when we do, I'm basically gonna have to go and watch it. You know what I mean? Like all right,
it's every trick.
Cut this field down.
It's literally every trick we've seen. And it's so funny when you get people that are coming into this new and they think like, dude, you don't think we've seen that before? Come on, dude. Like,
oh no,
like
every hustle gets repeated,
right? And like in Amsterdam, the best one in Amsterdam, all my friends who, not all my friends, but people who'd come into town like after the hours, like they arrived and all the shops are closed and they're on the street, and they come the next day and they're like, yeah, dude, I bought this hash on the street. And I'm like, no, you didn't. They're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, that's not hash. And then they'd be like, what do you mean? And I'd be like, look at it. And they'd be like, oh, yeah.
Who's the astronaut?
Like, they'd be heating it up and it'd be bubbling and doing whatever. But what the guys would do is they'd take a real piece of hash and they'd stick it on a fake piece of hash. And then they burn the real hash in front of you, just put it under your nose.
Right.
And you go, oh, yeah. And then they go, hey, man, could I just get like a little piece off of that? Here's $100, but I just want a little tiny pice to roll a joint. And then you pull the real piece off and hand you the fake piece. And it was just like clockwork, dude. I'd watch people get taken every single day. I was like, why would you ever buy hash on the street in Amsterdam? You're crazy.
Because you're stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're stupid. No, but I want to see what's next, Dave. So I've been following what you've been doing now for, 4 years? I mean, I think we met a while back, and I have seen, when you gave us that, I mean, what was that that I brought back? It was like
you
powdered
had
crystals
some THCA,
yeah.
So yeah, that was like 99.9% pure THCA, and then you were actually smart enough to take some of the liquid loud in its earliest form. I think you took a vial of ChemDog.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
And I was showing it
Good
to everybody,
memory.
and you're the only person that was like, "Can I have some of this?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, take this ChemDog," you know. And you actually got some of the very first iteration of liquid loud because you're a stoner and you smelled it and you're like, "That's bomb. I want that." So
pass the cheam creams.
That art.
Pass me the
so
cheam
you were an
creams.
early adopter. You were an early adopter.
Thank you,
Charnick, without even knowing.
Well, I mean, even last year at that event we were at, I was just so surprised that I had to pull out my rig and just ask out loud, "Does anybody here dab?" And it like 2 people out of the crowd of 50. That was it. So it was me and this other person. We just stood at your table and we had the greatest time because you had literally put probably 25 grams there. That
I mean, seriously,
I took 1, maybe 2. All right, maybe 3.
I left. I will walk into these like industry events and I will put down a whole smorgasbord of stuff, and people don't know what to do with it. And they just sort of like come up and they go to the free weed and get that and then go like roll a joint. And I'm like, "No, here, put this in it." And when you roll up to somebody who's rolling a blunt with a big jar of white powder and go, "Hey, let's put some of this in it." First they're scared, then they're excited because they think it's Coke. Then they're like, "Oh, it's THC." Then they get excited again. But like, there's that arc where they think that you're going to make a zone bone for them or something like that. But I've been shocked, like, people. And these are people who've been entrusted with millions of dollars and they don't know what a dab is. Wait, and you're running a cannabis company? Like, you don't know what a dab is? You don't.
Adam and I,
we've been to plenty of these events.
Adam and I were on a call with the brain trust of DabX the other day, and we were talking about how that we're going to be at some events in Vegas, and we throw some events, and we do have on occasion some people come into the studio. And what did you say? You went, "We will make sure that we get DabX goes and rockets into the hands of serious OGs." And you qualified that by going, and not somebody who says, "Yeah, I'm an OG. I've been in this industry a long time. I got started in 2020." And you go, "Get the fuck out of here. Go to the back. Get the fuck out of here."
Incredible.
Anyone who only knows the legal cannabis from legal cannabis and has no context of what it was like back in the day, they really don't bring to the table the type of understanding of what it takes to make a winning cannabis company. You have to have a little of that. You gotta know what it was like.
You wouldn't know, dude. You're not in the flock.
What's the difference between like if your concept is like, I'm gonna make an Apple store and it's gonna be so clean and this guy's gonna walk up to you with his fucking iPad and he's gonna talk to you about terpenes or fucking indicas and sativas and stuff. It's like, no, you're fucking behind the ball 100%. Like, I'd rather have a hole in the wall, literal hole in the wall with a fucking can that came down, and as long as the weed is good, you know what I mean? I don't want fucking a nice looking because if I see a nice looking store, I'm like, well, there's all my money. It's in this beautiful store you have here, like, and what are you wasting all this floor space because you got, I've been to shops where they only sell their own brands, and that's also like, why you have all this. People won't come in here. They are going to challenge you to like what.
Yeah, you're not McDonald's, man.
What don't you have? What don't you have? I'm going to ask you for that. That's usually the case. So it's good to cover all bases.
I mean that let's give credit where credit is due. It's really the winning combination that JW figured out for his dispensary in Colorado Springs, sticking to every single product manufactured in Colorado and having it available on your shelves works more than just having one line of high-end product. Yeah. People want a little variation.
Well, I kind of got my claim to fame, managing dispensaries, and it wasn't my money because the guys realized that I was stealing from them and that I could run a store. So they went to go work at the grow. And I bought everything. People would come in, pick out from the triangle. I was buying like the really stupid $1 a gram ice wax. You know what I mean? Like, we had that stuff. We had every kind of dab. We had every kind of CBD was every kind of CBD. We had every vape. And people would come into our store because everyone wanted to drag race against the Colorado brands. So like Bang and Open, all the vape guys would drive all the way down from the Triangle or from the Bay and be like, I want to compete against.
It was funny. He said a name I have not heard in a long time. A long time.
Shit'll find your dick. That shit there's from Kenya. Supposed to be a scurvy cure and silverback gorillas, but for humans it just makes them violently masturbate. Did I say crack? Because I got more. I got some ibuprofen, aspirin.
Open. Open.
Yeah, Open.
What was his name, man?
Alan, I think, or no? What was his name?
I'm forgetting. I know that I went to his office with the Calyx guys in 2012 when he thought he was the fucking shit. They had the marketing of they had the little magnet you could pull off each one and it looked like a periodic table of the elements. And and then but his packaging was pretty cool. You looked at it and it would say like 8% propylene ethylene glycol, PEG.
Yep.
And I'm like, what is this? And I'd ask around, and I did a little looking into it, and this is my understanding of what I learned. And he'd go, he said, it's FDA approved. And I said, yes, I looked that up too. You know how they use it? And he's like, yeah. I said, well, they put it in things like spaghetti sauce. And he's looking at me. I'm like, yeah.
Must be Cajun style.
You put it in a spaghetti sauce because if you're making 80 fucking 1,000 gallons and you're going to be heating, you want to put all your vegetables in, you want to keep the boiling point 2 degrees lower so that your onions aren't soggy. Okay, that's what it's used for, and then it's
in Corona. It's in
More
a lot of
science.
Yeah, it's in a lot of shit.
But it has never been FDA approved to be put into a cheap Chinese metallic, thread cartridge,
nickel
and then heat it up.
Back when they were really tight.
With heavy metals, and then we inhale it, and so. Because and the reason we got to that conversation, he goes, what do you think of my product, Dave? Because I was the guy that Calyx brought in. And I said, I don't use your product right in front of him. He says, why not? I said, I don't know what the fuck that shit is.
Well, dude,
Yeah, you were on the right path at that point, too.
To be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline.
Yeah,
But even our friends at Incredibles used it for a little while.
No, there was a moment in time when people here thought it was okay, and they just were.
That was my first vape pen.
It was normal.
Pens. Yeah, I know.
And then you're like,
but then I was like, yeah, this is worthless. Like,
well, just knowing that there's any kind of cut in anything, it's bullshit. Because who's not going to go heavy-handed when they
think of all the weird stuff? Like, I tried everything, and I look back now, and I was like, God, I was such an idiot. Like, because I would try anything. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, new product, let's try it. Dude, the amount of chemicals that I have inhaled in sort of the name of product testing has been absolutely astounding. And especially like in contrast to like what I sell now, which is, with like est, we sell est oil, pure est, loud est, you know what I mean? Strong est. Now we get the levels of purity, look at the cuts that were in there, how much MST I inhaled, how much, of polyglycol, how much just butane.
Well, and it was on
oh my God,
titanium nail, of course. So nice, and you could see it breaking up. You could see the nail dissolving in front of your eyes almost. You'd be like, "Hey, this is break." I know that was bigger.
No, but
before,
remember,
so.
you have to cure it the first. Remember the first one? They would say you never want to do a hit off of a clean nail.
Stupid.
Always blow a hit off of it and let it burn, and then you take it.
Just glob some glob. Then you over globbed it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, we put some Reclaim on there. Yeah, we would use Reclaim because we didn't want to raise fresh dabs.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. I never thought about the
Reclaim.
tie nail getting smaller.
Seasoned with Reclaim. Yeah, it would. You look at it, you'd be like,
I remember these days.
And you're like, it's breaking up. You're inhaling this.
Dabbing
No matter how you try to
You
hide
clean it off and you go, why are there scratches in that? I thought it was the hardest substance known to man. Scratches. Didn't I just inhale that shit?
Yeah.
Ugh.
like a Teflon pan or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And the fake they heat it up like super fast, and you're like, "What is it?" Like aluminum. You're like, oh.
No, there's definitely been some serious.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. It's been some good. We have done really good at using ourselves for science experiments along the way, and we've also, I mean, we desperately tried to use a pen to make a fucking pipe or something along the way. We were like, yeah, it kind of tastes plastic, you know what I mean? And I made, when I was doing my leaf blower idea, I melted those things to the point where they were like, I could smell the plastic, and I'm like, all right, time to stop that one, you know what I mean? So you learn. We learn our lessons, I guess, but in the name of science, what are you gonna do, right?
Well, come on. I mean,
I'm gonna like that. That's how I justify it.
Go back to
think
2000.
of all the discoveries you were trying to get to.
Some of the labs here in Colorado in 2010, 2011 were just really encapsulated bombs waiting to explode. Some were scary. Some I walked into and just, politely exited because you're looking at them and they're like boiling off butane into the open room, and you just get the fuck out.
There's that one video that was really good. That was like, you see it all go down. You see the kid just fucking around, and he's like got the tray open, and then somebody opens up the door, and it changes the air current in the room, and then boom, blows up. Door falls off.
In the already fried air.
People freaking out. It's like, oh man, it's all definitely. There was a moment in time where pretty much every month there was an explosion.
I told you about the guy that worked for us, Brooks Kelly, Dr. Brooks Kelly, who literally was doing his extraction on a plastic fucking card table, and Dunn blowed himself up. Half his face was like missing the 3 layers of skin. It was you could see where the explosion went on his face. It's just we've come along. We've come such a long way that they had to pass laws here in Colorado, especially in like Boulder County, that if you're even caught blasting butane, it's felony. They will really fuck with you. They blew the whole side of the Boulderado Hotel off. I remember once.
Dude.
It's crazy.
Damn it. No, there's a little bit of drugs in Los Angeles, obviously.
What?
But honey oil labs, as they call them, we're blowing up more than
banging
meth labs.
7-gram rocks.
That's Vinny, by the way. He has a drug problem.
Vinny's murdering it tonight.
Vinny's on fire.
But they basically were just like, we don't really care about hash oil, but it's blowing up. All these rental houses were exploding everywhere, and they're like, "This is replacing meth lab." Their number one fire department.
Oh, we don't have to worry about that here in Colorado anymore. When they want to cook meth, they just go to the bathrooms in the libraries, and they do it there. Because in Boulder, all the library bathrooms are closed because they tested positive for meth. But anyway.
And on a
well, at least we're getting the kids back in the library to read.
More science on the Adam Dunn show.
For sure. So what's that? Yeah, you said you're moving into Oklahoma, and you mentioned another state.
Yes.
Is New York not on your radar? We should have had you go get your internet connection.
Well, we're doing.
Yeah, we should have done that.
So no New York?
But yeah, I'm trying to push the narrative on New York, obviously, because I live there now. But also, Missouri, Illinois, and just sort of sort of work the Midwest a little bit while New York sort of gets sorted out. But Illinois, they literally just stick their hand out for a bribe there. They're so used to just bribing their way to things. Like you show up to look at a facility and the guy's like, oh, it costs this much rent, this much deposit, and then I'm going to need some key money. Nice. And that's the bribe, and the key money's got to be in cash. They're so hardcore in Illinois. They don't give a fuck.
Here's that video I was telling you guys about here. Because the guy
nice.
He opens the door, bow.
Damn.
Yep. Oops.
No, this I've watched this one maybe 100 times. It is so glorious.
I know, right? Because you see it all go down. Like kid sitting there, dude opens the door, That's it.
That
Backdraft.
Google
See the-
Zoom was
You
awesome.
can see the kid down there doing it.
Here's exactly where it went down.
And his hair's on fire. He turns around, slams into the wall, turns around, knocks over the machine. It's a mess. Yeah, it's a mess.
I've never seen that one before.
No?
Holy fuck. Yeah, that's like that.
Really?
that
No,
is
that's the one.
That's
Yeah.
the definition of a train wreck. I cannot look away. Play it again.
The last time. I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Bronco.
One more
stuff.
time for you, Dave. Just for you. Okay, so watch the kid at the bottom.
I know, I get it. It backdrafted.
He is trying to cook off the top of it, and he fucked up.
Face is on fire, dude. Over there in the corner. That was crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's rough.
Dude, fuck. Yeah, all the way. Like, just stupid people should not blast butane. Just
Stay in
saying.
school, kid.
Yeah. Stay in school.
Can you start a fire?
I don't think there should be a problem.
Oh, Vinny's on fire tonight. Wow.
Oh, see, you said word fire. He's got it all fire.
How about a little fire, Scarecrow?
And your dog Toto.
Nice.
So what's next? What do you think is coming next? Oh, you know what? Before you answer that, we want to connect you if you're not connected already with the guys at DabX. Do you know them at all? This product? Can
You know,
see if you can see?
I tried the product. It is like it hits hard, and I think I might have met them were they at the Irvine Canapack a year and a half ago?
Yes, I brought Christian Ratto, the founder of the company, to the event that you gave me the diamonds at. So yes, he was at that event.
And I was and you actually got the bartender to give us just a straight vodka because we didn't have any rubbing alcohol to clean the rig.
Interesting.
And I was like, and there was a huge line at the bar. And I was like, Dave, how did you? He just walks up, gets a. Comes out, like, how'd you get that so fast? He's like, because I ordered a water and tipped $5 last time. And that was a real lesson for me. Now I just roll in, order water, tip $5, and I get unlimited free vodka.
There you go. Because he knows you're not going to be drinking it. You know,
Totally.
That's what I told him.
And that's actually. Remember, we used the DabX and we loaded it up with some liquid diamonds and liquid loud.
Yep.
And that dude from one of those early psychedelic companies was like, "That's the best thing I've ever had." Like,
so
that thing hits like that thing chortles.
Can you see?
Are you like race technology?
Mark, can you zoom in on this one? So they have this new product. What does he call this again?
Go-kart.
Oh, it's called a go-kart, but it's a 2-gram.
Cart.
Yeah, it's a 2-gram oil cart.
But it goes on top of here, so you don't have to reload it every time. So you
And
basically get like shitloads.
Unlimited. You know, it's
unlimited. Yeah, Dave.
So
unlimited. Never
so
stops.
You guys should do something together. I mean, sorry.
There you go. Boom, 2 gram.
Absolutely. No,
Ready to rock.
the cart sitting on top, like the tank on top of the vaporizing device, is the future. So much less cleaning, repeatable, over and over again. You know, like we go to events and we have to just load dabs, and it takes a lot of people and a lot of time, and it's very frustrating. And
a lot of work.
When we do
it's a whole lot of work, man. Let me tell you, geez, we need more people.
Yeah,
more people to load.
So
dabs.
before your dance card gets really full, we'd love to have you join us Friday night. We're throwing a party at the Las Vegas Dream Factory right after our show. It's a Jerome Baker Glass Studio. DabX is going to provide rigs. So if you wanted to be the concentrate, we could make it a live diamonds party.
Yeah, that sounds classy.
Yeah, let me. I'll get our founder. And Dave, have you met Joe Encinosa?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Hey,
Joey.
Joey.
You'll connect us if I haven't.
I don't know.
No, absolutely. No, he will. He will be there with bells on, crushing it. No, it is. It's I think that's a good collab, and I think your head's in the right place. Absolutely, because that thing, the DabX that I hit, chortled. Like it was rocking my world.
Chortled. Yeah, cerebral.
Chortled.
But we probably have the right.
In a lot of ways,
Well, we probably have the right nationwide audience of people who are looking to expand into emerging markets for Live Diamonds to be a good advertiser on the show.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
So we should figure out a way to get you into the rotation.
If you're lucky enough.
If you're lucky.
No, we're just getting.
You may have to take. We may have to
We're
do it
just-
like a lottery. We're gonna
I'm
do a
just
lottery
getting-
nowadays because so many people want to be in. Right.
Right.
Agree with me, please.
Of course.
The advertisers, they're calling you at home. They're in your driveway.
They won't stop.
No.
Yeah, they don't stop. It's crazy.
Yeah. Some of them even wind up, working
Right, and I
simply
mean, and
for
the bags
concentrate.
of money. The bags of money is one thing. When they leave that door, it's the naked bowls and
I just use them as
the
doorstops
Lambos
these
and dildos.
Yeah.
That really hey, the neighbors are starting to talk. We
Once
need to,
once you've achieved Lambo dildo status, you're at that. Obviously, then you're there.
I'm sorry, one more time. Lambo dildos.
Yes.
Once you're sticking
Lambos and dildos.
Once you're sticking 4-foot dildos on the front of your Lambo, you've achieved greatness.
Yeah, you don't give a
You've
fuck.
made it. Yeah, I mean, there's like it's almost sad because where do you go after that?
Where do you go?
Where
exactly.
do you go?
I don't know. Exactly.
That's hard.
On a podcast.
You've maxed out.
So
That's some Illuminati level weed stuff right
I know.
there.
I know we're all committing everybody to lots of things, but also, since you're now doing stuff in Oklahoma, you should probably figure out a way to collab with us at the Cowboy Cup because we're taking over a little zone there, and we've got a bunch of people that we can link you up with on that side. So,
Do you know about the Cowboy Cup, Dave?
which is
I have heard about it, and it sounds glorious.
So this is the 6th year?
something like that.
This is the 6th year. They're moving to Tulsa.
Convention Center in Tulsa. They're doing it this year.
They hope to have 15,000 people there, and we have the Adam Dunn Show tent. It's like a small football field.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like 3 football fields.
Yeah.
No, but it's gonna be our own little zone though. So we're gonna try to bring all our sponsors under one roof. So if you want to come join us, that might be a good zone. It might be a good idea because
I could say that a nationwide extraction company met their partner for Oklahoma after appearing on our show.
There you go. That's
4 years ago, when Oklahoma was just opening up. So was it 3 years ago? Right before the plague. So we're a good Oh, Mark's got his penis enlarger. Bring it over here, Mark.
Way to sidetrack that one.
Well, he showed it to me.
Yours.
Shouldn't have waved it to
Just
me.
because it's yours. Just because it's yours. You don't have to make up.
No, this was what I used to. I bought a cola in this. I want to say like
cola.
a decade ago.
Yeah, don't.
Whoa,
touch that
whoa,
end.
whoa, whoa.
Where's that been?
Wouldn't you like to know?
But yeah, we'll definitely talk to you about that one after the show because I think that could be. It's literally the week after.
right
It's
on.
the week after MJ BizCon.
Yeah.
So it's like we just shipping our stuff from there to there. So maybe we'll put it all in one crate together. Send
Yes,
it
sir. Yes, sir. So, Dave, what's
If you were about to jump into something, you said what's next?
yeah?
Sort of
What's
so,
next? Because
that was a great question.
so I know what's next for you. A better internet connection.
Yeah, upgrade your internet. That's the first thing you're gonna do.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, now I'm getting us a Lambo and a dildo, but then I might get a router.
Yeah. You should might get a router before the
so
Lambo.
not in the-
Yeah.
It's really
I
bad
think
now.
the
Wherever
Lambo's
you just moved, it's bad.
Dildo antenna. Or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Oh damn it!
Maybe grab the front of the
but-
dildo like you were trying to get your antenna for Fox viewing positions years ago. You know where you connect the hanger.
Yeah.
Or if you've touched the dildo and the Lambo.
But
at the same
Mark
time,
will
you might be
gladly
like that.
put your website up on the chat. I believe it's I don't know what it is. It's Ascension Labs, but I don't think that's who does
Give
the
us-
live
give us your website
diamonds.
real quick.
What's your website before we lose you completely?
Try Gold Drop GOLDDROPCO.com.
There we go.
And we're just sort of getting it.
Got it.
Just sort of getting it back online. We've been so bulk oil space for so long that now we're sort of getting back into CPG and getting back into branded stuff. Because when we launched Liquid Diamonds, it was so popular that we didn't have enough for ourselves. So we were supplying big brands like Jeter and Claiborne and stuff like that. So now we finally have been able to make enough that we can relaunch Gold Drop. And sort of the next phase, now that we've made ultra pure hash oil, the next phase is trying to split and get more pure and split the terps off and dial in and isolate these individual things.
Sweet.
Righteous. Well, we're looking forward to talking more and seeing you in Vegas. And we put your website up. I'm sure Mark did.
I already did it.
He already did it.
Up in there.
It's all up in there.
Ooh, Buchakis.
Oh, Buchaki.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, we'll see you in a month.
We'll see you. Thank you for
Right
joining
on,
us,
you guys.
Dave. I appreciate your time. Go enjoy Romania.
I'm feeling fucking zooted.
And Yugoslavia and all the other Slavic countries that you were going to.
Be drinking a bunch of absinthe over there. I'm sure you'll be happy.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah,
of course.
So you won't be remembering.
Well, and it's funny because right as we're wrapping it up, somebody just came in and gave me the Wi-Fi password. But I really appreciate you guys. Much love.
Oh yeah, there's always that guy.
And I will send pictures from Eastern Europe to show you the triumph of capitalism.
Well, make sure
And
you're on
also,
Wi-Fi when you do that.
Oh, you'll have better Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
There. You'll have better Wi-Fi in Romania.
Totally,
I
absolutely.
guarantee
Oh
it.
no, Romania is decades ahead of Western North Carolina.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
Word. Much love, you guys. Thank you so much for having me on the
Peace,
show.
brother.
Yeah,
and
talk soon.
You guys will get those Liquid Loud samples probably tomorrow or Monday. And just let me know what you think. I think you're really going to love them.
We'll check it out next
Appreciate
show.
it.
We'll try to load up our carts and make something happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
for
a
sure.
pleasure to have you on.
Much love.
Peace out.
Peace. Wow, Vinny, that one, it's spicy. Did you get one that was
But yeah, habanero.
Yeah, I like that.
Spicy with chocolate.
Heath Bar.
No, this one had some spice.
It's old. It's old.
I liked it.
Yeah, it got some funk going on.
I don't know.
It's like some mold.
There's no funk.
Yeah, mold. Probably mold.
Yeah.
There's no funk.
It's like blue cheese.
Black
It's like blue
mold,
cheese. It's like blue
son.
cheese. Yeah, black mold. Son.
Yeah.
Is there a doctor in the house?
You're doing good. So we have. I know that. See, look at that, right on time. Dude. I told him 6 o'clock, and he'll probably roll in. We have Jinx Proof coming up, and then I also told James he can come join the show. But figure if James is listening, just come in later. We'll have Jinx on in the beginning, and then James gave me some good inside scoops on some things. He's like, so.
Well, yeah, inside scoops.
Inside
It's just
scoops.
us talking. What do you got?
No, well, I can't tell you until we get the show going. I'm just saying he gave me some inside scoops. So that's how it goes. These are very good, nice. Now everyone is munching away. It sounds great in the headphones. I can hear.
I moved it away.
I
I don't
still
do
hear
it.
it. I hear
I don't do
you
it.
combined with you. Now everybody, a little bit. Yeah, perfect. But
All right, the snake's coming out of the baskets yet.
So if anybody is in Denver and you like good barbecue,
oh yeah,
you should come down to So High Cafe. They're open every day except Friday.
you can even get signage now. You have signs. You can see it from the
They're
road.
open Friday.
No,
dude.
he's
Yeah.
open Friday.
Open
now.
Friday
Yeah.
after 5 p.m. Yo.
Well, 4:35.
Place a
That was only
pre-order.
when- That was only when we were in.
I know.
Google says 5, bro. So
Google says 5.
I'm
bro.
just going by what Google says.
Google says 5.
Listen to Google.
The Google Lord says 5. It
Google
must be
Lord
5.
says 5.
I gotta say, somebody who I'm very snobbish when it comes to barbecue. I really have to say, if it's not really good, I'm not gonna eat it.
Everybody's snob. I never met
this
one
is
single
on point.
person isn't snobbish about barbecue.
No, there are some people who just like eating meat.
Yeah, that's me.
You know,
Oh yeah,
and they eat
I'll
hamburger
eat
from like
burnt meat.
McDonald's and
I'll
shit
eat
like that.
Old meat, new meat, processed meat, whatever you got.
like a tube steak.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa, that stuff that the slime, the old.
I'm just kidding.
You would eat the pink slime tube steak?
No, why would I do that?
They got that pink bun thing going.
Can you say it like that again? But slow the roll at the end. Slime tube.
That's our
steak
tube. Anything like tube.
Slow your roll,
Tube,
that's our,
anything with food and
that's
tube
our
in
slogan
it,
here.
you're pretty much not there. I'm like not having it.
But if you are in the area, come down, grab yourself some barbecue, take it home. If you're like our friend Taken Tops, he comes down and buys like for his whole family every Friday.
Speaking of whole family, Ace sent me a message, or Nick sent me a message on Ace's phone saying, "Bring food home to the family." Like I was going out on a hunting trip or something. I was like, "Yeah, all right, I will bring home the dead animals for you.
There you
You
go.
bring, you bring home dead animals for your kid?
For the fam, yeah. I'll do
Wow.
Bam, bam.
Fam.
Good man. Did you not, I mean, does it affect your membership in the Vegan National Society by actually handling dead meat?
No, because I'm a qualitarian. So I'm not a.
You don't care if you figure if they should have not gotten themselves killed and put on a
fish,
plate.
Good looking wild caught.
How can the fish guy be late?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I love how your rationale, how you'll eat fish because you can't hear it scream.
Yes, that's the way to go. That is,
So just put everything underwater and we didn't kill it.
You drown it. You drown everything.
That's a Dave Watson quote there, which I liked. I was like, oh, I like that. So Skunk Man Sam, that's the one thing I kind of got the... Because people say with a face, which I don't get that one. I'm like, no, with a
Vinny's
face.
excited about something, but I can't see because he's holding it in his hand. It looks
Blackberry
like a jar.
banana kush.
Oh, from
Oh,
14.
that we never got? That was something we didn't get?
No,
Yeah.
you got honey banana, and what was the other one?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Fresh press. We're going with
Good
it.
job.
I tried to vary it up today, and just so you know, if you shop at 14 or Boulder, not only can you get honey banana and blackberry banana kush rosin,
Jam band,
but at each of the two registers there, is a box of Yo Tips.
Oh,
So
where now?
at 14er.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So if you buy pre-rolls there, you can pick up some Yo Tips. You buy flour, and just
Did you hook up our banger guy and everything? Did you make that connection?
we had a conversation for sure. We will have some bangers, and
No, I mean for the Yo Tip guys to get.
they're
together.
going to talk.
Come
Yes,
on now.
of course
Yeah,
they are.
We did the match made in heaven. It's got to get said. Got to complete it.
Adam, is this would
How many
not
shows do we come up with $1 million ideas and then we don't follow through because we're just a bunch of stoners? Like, and we did it in our
We were
minds.
just talking
It
about that
happened.
earlier.
It happened.
We had the
It
meeting.
happened in our minds.
Allow it to cultivate, if I'm going to use the proper term.
I would say 4 joints, 4 tips, or 1
And,
joint. 4
and
tips.
let's just shout out to the people over at House of Dankness. Their flour that they sell that you brought last week was really on point.
No, but you missed out because you didn't come later to the next day.
Yeah,
We
the
had
next day, that's
super
there's,
fire.
Like big old jars,
Big giant jars of
like
fire.
you would have been grabbing all.
You would
kinds
have been
of weed,
like
dude.
going like, all right, I got to go home now, and then that would have been it.
I was like,
Would've
damn, I wish Dave was here to steal some weed.
been- yeah, me too. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Why were they here? Why didn't you call me? I would have come down for free weed.
I mean, you would have been like in heaven, dude.
Yeah, you.
We did our best
He left
day
the jars
too.
on the table. He left them on the table. Shout out to Ben. And I was like, and he's like, those are for you guys. And it was like, cool.
Well, where is it?
All right, I took it home. So it's all
Yeah,
good.
he took
I
it
got
home.
a
It's
little
took it
bit.
away. I stole
Yep,
it.
it's gone.
It's good.
Oh,
Where's
great.
mine?
Yeah.
It's over
All
there.
right.
real
Did you bring
good.
some for me tonight?
Nope.
No.
All right.
Done deal.
Woe is me.
That's the done deal for
I'll
Dave.
bring it in next week. How's that?
So head over to 14er Boulder.
Whatever's left.
You
we're
want to
doing this?
try the flour they have in their Garden Select is so fucking amazing. Their cans of flour, their rosin this week is exceptional. There is fresh press rosin there that looks like BHO jelly. I mean, it's done proper. Shout out to Dan, their extraction scientist there. If you place a pre-order, Mark, you verify this to make sure it still works. If it doesn't, send me a note. Send Mark a note. Done Deal gets you 10% off anything, any special. So even if there is a special, you get 10%
Oh,
off
wow.
more. So just verify that. If not, I'll work with him to make that happen.
You got to get that done deal.
So I love this place. So go to 14erboulder.com.
I mean, the budget, the rosin is already at a good. Like, I'm not sad about buying it there.
No,
because the price is great,
on point,
and the quality's fantastic. But with that 10% off is gonna be awesome too.
Beauty.
Beauty.
14erboulder.com.
Always look forward.
So is this where I yell live from New York?
Not yet. We're not in New York.
That was Jerry, bro.
I
Was
do
it
not
really?
see
Play that again.
anyone.
What's that? Oh, no, I sent him a message.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully he'll jump on soon.
Okay.
So is this where I yell live from New York?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is
Look at
Jerry,
that.
dude. I knew that.
We could play Monopoly if you'd let me be the top hat.
You know, this is when he says, right, you can't add IN to truck. Right. Should I tell a dead story?
Ooh, I'd rather do an ad.
Shout out to Build a Soil.
BuildASoil.com.
Oh yeah. Actually, speaking of which,
Okay.
did you guys see online the event that went down? It was really good.
Yeah, I saw some things of it.
It looked really cool. It was.
I did not.
You didn't see?
Oh man, you're not in the loop.
I'll send you 10 reels, but
flock,
nothing.
bro.
Not part of the flock. It's too slow.
You're not part of the flock, bro. You gotta
Okay.
come on, dude. No, it looked good. It was well received and looked like they had some fireweed. And of course, probably almost everybody there was growing with BuildASoil because that was the Living Soil Cup, first one ever over there. From our buddy Miles, put it all together. They had the Miles Award. You saw that Miles Award that they had? Miles Favorite Weed Award.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Miles' Favorite Weed Award.
Yeah, so you got, just like Miles said, this is the best. You get that award. That's a good one. I like
Speaking
that.
of Miles, look at these fermented plant
MFWA.
extracts.
Yeah, MFWA, brah. First year. But
First
yes,
year.
Fermented. He's got. I got the watermelon from him recently, which is, it's all stanky no matter what it is. It's not like it smells like watermelons. You're like, that smells foul. I like it.
Wait,
It
what?
smells extremely horrible. Whoa.
Plants are going to love it.
Plants are going to love it, exactly. So yeah, check them out, BuildASoil.com. And if you want to order, you got to go to 855-877-SOIL. Call them and say, okay, I know what I want, but I want the done deal on top.
Yep.
Because otherwise you're not getting it. So
Right.
give them a shout. Tell them you heard about it on the show, obviously, when you're getting that done deal. And if you call anybody there, the best part about it is whoever you talk to, they know what's up because they're all growers at the spot. So they're growing right there. They can answer your questions, hopefully. And if you stump them, then I think you automatically win something.
I don't
You
know.
can't stump the experts.
And as always, if you're smoking joints with your friends, your family, a better way to smoke, Yo Tips, baby. So you want to put one of these on your joint? It
Whoa,
aerates.
hey, it's family friendly around here.
Oh, I see how that sounded. It wasn't a.
Yeah, it was really
Anyway,
bad.
YoTip.com. A better way to smoke. Listen, it aerates the joint. I mean, I don't know what it creates. This little vortice. It just makes it more enjoyable. But it adds a layer of protection between you and whomever
Not
you're
a layer,
smoking with.
Not a layer.
You know, you might have a sniffle. You might be at a conference. You don't know if somebody, I don't know, washed their hands beforehand. Whatever it is.
Damn,
just
make it sound so fun.
Maybe they're making cookies and bagels before.
The cookies and bagels.
They might have some smear. They have some cream cheese.
Cream
on,
cheese.
Some cream cheese.
Mixed bagels.
Or some cheam crease.
Cheam crease.
Cheam crease.
If you go to YoTip.com,
That one makes me laugh
you
no
can
matter
take
what.
a look. They have papers, they have cones, they have
Can
filters.
you pass the cheam creams? Pass me the cheam creams.
Oh, Vinny is on fire tonight.
Yes.
But if you are attending MJ BizCon, you will see the whole team of Yo professionals who will roll up. They will hand you a Yo tip. They will hand you some information.
Yo
and
professionals?
The Yo professionals. And they will probably have a bangers on them.
We're going to save letters.
I thought of a good pro cigarette commercial. How about this for like a casual smoker? A hot girl walks up to a guy in the bar and asks to bum a cigarette, and he goes, "Oh, I don't smoke." So then she goes outside and bums one from another guy, and they go home together and they fuck, and that's the whole commercial.
I like Sam Morelli's also.
Yeah, it's good. YoTip.com.
Or go to Yo Products LLC on Instagram.
He reminds me of AJ a little bit.
And while you're smoking that YoTip joint,
Ooh,
you gotta hit
Ozo
up some
coffee.
Ozo coffee.
So I've had the last three have been home runs. Peru, then the Guatemalan, and then I got a small bag of the Costa Rican.
Oh, yeah, don't talk about things you didn't get to us.
It was only it was a 2-cup bag of Costa Rican.
Really?
Might be some problems later, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like watermelon apothecary. Right, we've never seen that one.
Yeah, the watermelon. What about that?
Oh,
yeah. Those flavors.
Yeah, it never made it to us.
We have zones. There's like
Never made it
table,
to you.
like this side of the table never gets to this side of the table. That never gets to here. Like there's just a possibility. It's like a border. It's an imaginary line of.
It's like that Justin Timberlake movie where they had the in time. You got to go to time zones, and it
That's
just
right.
it flows one direction, not the other direction.
Never.
You got a problem?
Yeah, never.
So you go to ozocoffee.com. You can browse, or you can just get the subscription. But when you're checking out, make sure in the promo field you enter Dunn Deal 23, and you'll get 20% off your order.
Yeah, Dunn Deal 23. It's the only one that's different than the other ones.
Yeah, only one.
Only one.
But it's because we gets used so much.
That's right. Ozocoffee.com.
No, there isn't.
Green Farms.
We talked about Green Farms earlier. It really has become
Have we not?
the dispensary that carries all of the local products here in Colorado. So it really doesn't matter. Edibles from every vendor, concentrates, flour. Go to Green Farms Med. You got to have your medical card. If you don't get one, contact Joe Cohen at Holos Health, and then tell me you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show. You'll get at least 10% off.
At least.
It's weird.
Oh, yeah, we talked to Colin today. Green Bros. Definitely making... This is the time of the year where people are just sitting there neck deep in weed, trying to get through it all. And sometimes you do more damage than good, especially when it comes to some of those, medium, lower, smaller buds where you're just like, it's hard to concentrate on the good stuff when you got to deal with all that. So get yourself a Green Bros, run all that smaller stuff through there, concentrate, do all your hand trimming with your bigger buds. You got yourself a perfect combination. Also, if you want to get, if you're small and you just want to check it out, their Harvest bucket trimmers.
We're going to have one here in the studio in a few weeks, and so we're
going to be checking it out here.
Show you what it looks
to
like.
trim all this weed that we have, huh?
Can you grate cheese?
Does it what?
Can it grate cheese?
No, it makes chopped meat, too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you can make your little chopped brisket.
You could do something.
I mean, Vinny's definitely going to use it to his fullest potential, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, we'll check it out. But no, basically convert any Homer bucket into now you need a bucket and you need a drill, which is a pretty cool combination because most people got both of those just sitting around in their grow. And then you have yourself a
So
quick
Green
trimmer.
Bros with a
Nobody
Z.
knows what you're playing, Vinny.
Yeah.
I know.
No one.
No one.
Mark does.
Yeah, we know now because you've explained it to us. But in
No,
reality,
this Mark doesn't know either.
Oh, that Mark doesn't even know the guy next to you.
Oh, yeah.
Palm Springs Mark.
One guy out there.
One guy
Shout out
knows
to
who
Mark.
Mother Love Bone is.
That's right.
I mean, there is something to be said about
a holy
comedic art
roller.
that you play to one person in the crowd and you don't give a fuck about anybody else. So Vinny is right there.
How happy is Mark right now? He's got
Right.
his own personal
Vinny
out there making
Look what I have here in my right hand, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. An
GreenBros.com.
assortment of dumb ads. Fall theme music, please.
And we have someone calling in, correct? Yes?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm
Shout out to Paul
I'm looking.
Schaefer.
I'm just keeping rolling with the ads while we
So
That's how I roll.
If you're coming to Las Vegas, please reach out because this will be capped. Las Vegas Dream Factory is not that big. We will be throwing the Dab X OG Go Party.
OG Go Party.
Got it? OG Go Party. Get it? It's the same word backwards and forwards.
Wow.
What?
Dude.
How did he do
How many
that?
mushrooms around when you figured that out?
How many mushrooms?
Ogo.
I was going go-go
Did you
and
hear that?
Ogo
We're having
and
a party
go-go,
in Vegas.
Ogo, OG, Ogo.
Yes.
Ogo.
It worked perfect. And
Or
and
Goog.
hopefully
It
we'll
could
have
be
live
Goog.
Dunn.
It could be Goog. G-O-O-G.
Oh, like Moog.
Goog. Should it be Goog or should it be
It should be OG Go Party.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, damn. Listen to Dave getting all demanding.
They
now.
are
Goog.
coming out with some.
Goog. It's like a
I like the
Moog.
Go OG party.
Go OG.
Is that what you like?
Goog.
Goog.
With a
brah.
Moog.
Yeah, because
We're bringing keyboards.
Did you get your Goog ticket, brah?
Yeah, it'd be like the Moog logo, but Goog.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like,
Boom! Now you're talking. Now you're talking. See, there you go.
The done deal.
All right, you've been overruled.
I have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Change it. Whatever you want.
Go
it's not
OG?
that. Nope.
Nope.
What is it now?
It's the
just-
Moog logo
it's
with
Goog.
Goog.
Mark, what the hell is going on there at the basketball game?
We're not even saying go
This-
OG. We're
it's
just saying
halftime,
Goog.
dude.
Halftime.
What?
Huh.
Are you really watching them?
Yeah, it's
of course
halftime.
he is.
Of course I am,
This
dude.
is like
That's why he's
some
paying attention
dude
now.
gymnastics
Baseball's
dudes
about to
going
start.
on.
I'm about to flip it over to that too.
It's amazing.
Anyways,
We're gonna flip that over here.
Dabex.com. Done deal at checkout. 20% off your order. They will have the new Pro Tool.
Oh yeah,
We
that's
talked
cool
to,
as fuck.
We talked to Chris about this, so it will not be available for sale until after MJ BizCon. But they will have some at MJ BizCon to
Say MJ BizCon one more time.
MJ BizCon.
Whoa.
Whoa, I didn't say that. I said say
Wow.
MJ BizCon
Wow, dude.
one more time.
And we're going to be look for big things coming from
Big
them.
things,
So dabx.com, done deal at checkout. Get the Rocket or the Go. We'll have the Pro Tool next Friday. And we'll show you guys
exciting.
what it's all about.
That's very nice.
That's exciting.
One more thing to charge. Let's go. ColoradoFreshCBD.com. Colorado Fresh CBD. These guys are crazy, and they grow CBD indoors.
How do you sound like you're reading when you're not really reading either?
Well,
because I'm
it's
not
teleprompter.
reading.
Colorado Fresh CBD, he does grow indoor organic
Yes.
CBD.
Yep.
Like
For these products.
Yeah, and it is they're the bomb. I've tried all the pain creams. I had some serious shoulder pain. It works. Haven't tried his CBD yet. I'm waiting for him to bring some in for my dog. But we will have him on in a couple of weeks. I hear he's stopping through again. And we'll definitely see him in Vegas. So if you go to Colorado Fresh CBD and you enter Done Deal at checkout, you get some percentage. I think it's 20.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
ColoradoFreshCBD.com. Taking tops.
Where is he tonight? Where is everybody?
Yeah, where is everybody?
It's like
Everybody's
like
preparing for the storm, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's a storm. Everyone's buckling down.
Oh, get out of town.
Well, that's why you got to get to SoHi and get your pound of brisket.
Yeah.
And
So
take
they
it out.
say.
How's he going to survive without
I
his brisket?
posted that today. Come on down.
Yeah,
Get
here
stocked up.
before the storm, yo.
What storm?
Say
Oh,
done deal.
the storm, dude.
It's that whole 2 inches.
The storm.
2 inches.
It's happening. You haven't heard about this?
We might get
Don't you
snow.
watch the news?
No.
Aren't you induced with fear every day?
No. No.
Come on, man.
Oh no, I made the mistake. I and the news tries to get me to watch because they break into shit now.
Fuck 'em.
But I'm quick on the fucking speed search
Ooh,
when
that's
it
pretty
breaks
good.
in.
The only search you need to get in is takingtapscannabis.com and get in on that Telegram. That's where all the goods are. Taking Tops, and he just messaged me with a new project. Like he has new things in the works, so we're gonna hear some new things from Globby in the coming weeks. So yeah, be on the lookout
next
for
week
that.
will be fun. We'll have the new glob tool. It'll be two giant
he had
globs.
some kind of code for a discount. I don't know if it's still.
Because he said he could do
Done
1
deal.
gram globs.
Always get the done deal there. Check it out.
It's interesting. The
I
way
think it's
I
cheap
looked
creams.
at it might load like.
No.
Yeah, it almost like you tilt it back, you load it up, and then you can just drop it, glob it right on.
No, you're wrong.
Whatever it is,
Okay.
you're wrong.
All right.
Whatever it is, you're wrong.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yep.
Mateo had
Just
one
kidding.
like that.
All right. Oh. HortitechDirect.com. Dave, take it away.
No, you go right ahead. You're doing great, Mark. So here's the beauty of these guys. We had a grower on from North Dakota, and I think his experience just speaks for itself. They had 3 days, back to back to back, minus 70. Now, maybe that's, temperate for North Dakota, but for anywhere else on the planet Earth, that's fucking cold.
Yeah.
And inside the greenhouse, it never wavered from 72 degrees. So HortitechDirect.com, tell your sales rep you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show. You will get 5% off of your greenhouse. For every $30,000 greenhouse you buy, you get 6 of these amazing brushes.
Boom.
If that doesn't push
That's
the
worth
sale over the top, I don't know what would.
It's hella worth it.
HortitechDirect.com, they really do make a quality product. It's double-walled. The interior greenhouse is the one that has all your mechanics, your light depth. Oh, you hang everything in the inside, and it's not not exposed to the elements.
Terpwipes.com/done deal.
That's all you need to do. You don't need to type anything else. Terpwipes.com/done deal. It calculates it for you. It says right at checkout.
Look at that. You
coupon
get 3 little sticks
calculated.
in each box.
You get more than 3 little sticks.
I think you do get 3 little sticks in there.
You get more than 3.
But
you get more than 3.
Okay.
It's a great product.
You get more than 3.
Terpwipes.com/done deal.
Bio365.com. Take it away, Adam.
Oh, shit. If you are growing in a commercial facility and you want to check out their products, whether it's cocoa or soil, all different combinations too. He's got like 9 different mixes of soil, plus any custom blend you have. But if you are a commercial facility and you want to run it a little side by side and basically convince yourself, which you won't have to take much convincing because it's definitely amazing soil line, you can contact Tim at Bio365. Is it .com or soil.com?
Yeah. No, just bio365.com.
Yeah, right. And you can get a pallet sent to your facility. And if you are an independent grower, and you can also contact them, and you might not get a pallet, but you might be able to get a sample and/or just be able to find out where you can get it. So check out Bio365. I'm thinking Tim. We're trying to get Tim and Sonny and fucking everybody on the show because they're about to do a big old project out there in Nevada. So
that's right.
You can see it in action, man.
Nice.
It's the way. Plus, you can also watch it on Patreon and check out what I'm doing because that's all I'm using.
Oh, that's what he's using.
Stuff's looking great.
Behind the scenes on the Patreon.
That's right.
Patreon.com/Adam Dunn Show.
For sure.
Numbnutsco.com. THC and CBD infused nut butters.
Come on, you love saying that.
Dave loves it.
Perfect for on the go. Numbnuts CBD and THC nut butters are the perfect nutritious protein-packed snack for an active lifestyle.
So this is
ideal for recovery after a long hike and a long workday, or just because you love nuts. Numbnuts CBD and THC infused nut butters are easy to bring with you, no matter what your day has in store.
I wish you were single and you could use that as a pickup line at a bar. Just walk up to somebody, hey, I want to tell you about my nuts.
Yeah,
Numbnuts, that is. I really enjoy, I say this every week, the almond cinnamon infused CBD, but I really like the THC. Like I said, a couple of weeks ago, man, it kept me going. You go to Find Our Nuts, and you can find a medical dispensary in Colorado that carries it. It's 1,000 milligrams and well worth it.
That's right. And check out that cinnamon almond butter, and you can get all these CBD products delivered to your door.
Even for your dog.
Online. Numbnutsco.com. Breckenridge Organic Therapy.
I had my hoodie on today.
You walked in wearing it.
Representing.
Breckenridge Organic Therapy. Here's the beauty of it. They want you to share the done deal with everybody, even if they're standing in the waiting room and they haven't placed an order yet. You can tell them while they're waiting, they can go online, place a pre-order, enter done deal, and they'll get 10% off, and it'll be ready for them right when they get to the front of the line. So BreckenridgeOrganicTherapy.com, done deal at checkout.
SunscapeLED.com.
Adam's going to be using their lights. If they come from the mining industry, which is equal to the safety
Where's Taters
and quality.
today? He should be here.
Really?
Yeah, he's been rocking. He's been
killing it.
Yeah.
SunscapeLED.com. The mining standard lights, they will not fail, and you clean them by just spraying them with Windex and rubbing them with a towel. I mean, how easy is that? Gone are the days of anything exploding. Sunscape LED. If you give them a call, tell them you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show, you'll get 10% off your lights. They'll do a lighting plan for you. They'll send Mateo out to personally just treat you with the love and respect you need.
Get his Windex bottle out. He'll clean every light.
And he'll fix your locks.
And he'll lock his own keys in his own car with his key cutting machine inside the car. Doesn't get better than that.
That's right.
Doesn't get better than that. No. Shout out to Mateo.
Yeah, I'm going to get a rack of them for my carbon fiber submarine.
Nobody questions my ability.
All right,
to get the job
SeatsHereNow.com.
And if James is listening, cause I'm not sure where Jinx is at. I've sent Jinx like 3 messages and haven't heard from him. So
everybody bailed except Dave Warden tonight.
Dave's the man.
Love you, Dave.
But if James is listening, he can jump on anytime.
Come on in, James Bean.
That's his job. He's supposed to come in and save the day whenever we're like floundering and we're like, oh, the guest didn't show up, or because he's got some good information. I mean, he knows. Like I said, he's James Bean, man on the scene. He knows it all.
Exactly. Because autumn is here and we're celebrating the harvest season with tons of incredible deals. Every order secures a free S. Joe OG Fem 1 pack. Plus, enjoy 25% off on all Irie genetic seeds and grape-flavored strains all month long. Don't miss Perfect Score Day Special 1010, Pre-Halloween Bash 1024, Halloween Special 1031, and new strain reviews every day this month during our Croptober Chronicles series. Check out the Seed of the Month Club. And let's see, what was... Oh, there's all kinds of new deals here. So check it out, CaesarNow.com.
Deals on deals.
If you need the genetics, this guy has them properly vetted.
This guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Bean.
Man on the scene. Where is he? He should be waiting like superhero. Should be flying in.
Then while you're there, go to AdamDunnShow.com/show-merch/ !! I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Damn, I got me confused. I was like, where am I going now? Yeah, if you want to support the show, go to AdamDunnShow.com. Check out the merch page.
Get a hoodie.
Somebody bought a hoodie the other day. There's a couple hoodies going out. Hoodies keep going.
The hoodies. It's hoodie season. This is the time to do that.
This is when you actually go,
That's
fuck,
right.
I'm cold. I need something.
And then get a mug for your Ozo.
Definitely need a mug.
I have a bag like this for like a small amount of records. If I want to just take a couple amount of records to a friend's house to play a couple LPs.
Who had the under-over on before we were done with ads, if Mark was going to slip in a vinyl reference?
None of us.
No one was even thinking about it.
No one cares.
Dave. So you can get a
Only
baseball
you.
shirt. Look, a baseball shirt for the Adam Dunn Show. That's kind of funny, right? You know,
The team. Oh, that is pretty good. And wear it to the game, and everybody's like, dude, I didn't even know he has a show. Adam Dunn, bro, the donkey. The donker. Oh, the fucking donk.
And that. Oh, we have people here. I didn't
There he
realize.
is.
Sorry.
Oh, we got
Hi.
both. They all came in.
They all came in at the same time.
Bam, bing, bang, pow.
You surprised me.
Well, cool.
Baked beans.
Nice. Well, we got Jinx Proof on the left.
Hey,
and we got
hey.
James Bean on the right.
Bing, bang, pow.
Make me say it.
What's that? Turn your phone sideways?
There you go.
Oh, Jinx, turn your phone sideways for us.
Is my video showing up sideways?
Yeah, it's showing up normal. It's showing.
I don't know why. I don't know why it does that.
no,
It
no.
does that on.
Oh, it's
No. You're fine. He's just saying turn it sideways so we can see more.
Yeah, turn your phone sideways. We'll see more of you.
Yeah.
Ah.
It
Me?
looks, yeah,
Yes.
it looks fine though. Either way, it's not a big deal. Dave's just particular.
Dave,
for
this
no
is
reason.
his whole.
Because I want the
It's a
people
fucking
listening
day.
on.
If you've never watched the show, you wouldn't understand. That's pretty much how his entire life is based off of.
It's hard being Dave, apparently.
It is very hard being me.
Look, you're making. And we're going.
Don't even worry about it. Anyways,
Don't worry about it. Mark will
welcome
fix
to
it.
the show.
Great,
and
great.
welcome.
Dave just cost us the fucking guest. Appreciate it.
Oh, and he's like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
I didn't say anything about your shirt, James.
Gone. Yeah.
Nah, it's all good.
I'm making it. I'm making it work.
This is a Mayan shirt. Right. How you doing, Jinx?
All right. I'm trying to.
Don't
Don't sweat
Don't
it.
even
Don't worry
about
about
it.
it.
You're good. Just
So
leave it like
actually,
that.
It's all good. It's all good.
tape it to a little pole so I couldn't find my phone holder.
Then don't worry
No.
about it.
Trying to not be harassed.
Don't even
His
worry
tape
about
there
it.
so good I can't fix it.
That's how.
Yeah, don't even worry
that's
about
usually the way it goes, right? The first time you do it so good, and then you realize, like, oh fuck, I got to do it. Got to change it, and then you fuck it all up. That's my style.
Did I show up late?
Is Will Smith.
No, you showed up on time, Jinx. Where are you zooming in from?
Okay.
It's all
'Cause
good.
I thought maybe I was after I started coming in. I was like, oh, I wonder if they meant 6 o'clock their time. You know what I mean?
Kind of did, but it's okay. we're highly flexible, that's for sure. So
All right, I'm here.
nice. And then we had James popping in too, because when I told him you're coming on the show, he got real excited. So I was like, well, come on in, and we're always love having James on. How you been?
James, do you have the ghost filter on?
Oh, what do you mean? Why?
Isn't he in black and white?
Me?
Yeah.
I am in black and white. Like I have a black shirt on and
No,
a white.
James.
I'm white. So
Your pop filter is terrible
Yeah.
right now. Move that mic out of the way. Come on.
Oh, this
Are
is
you
my
talking to me?
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, that Madonna thing. It's getting. It's like you're breathing.
Jan Jackson.
It's like you're breathing heavy on me.
See, we can have that. If you guys want it.
I don't want that.
You do though. That's how I know that you guys fucking hear me. Because like the speaker, the boom is right there.
No.
The microphone's right fucking here. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, but then we hear everything.
Yeah, but you look like you just were bitten by a vampire and lost all your blood.
we just move along before
Yeah,
we lose
Dave.
everyone here. Dave, come on.
Come on, Dave.
Yeah.
Sidetrack Dave. So welcome, Jinx. First, it's kind of wacky that it's the first time on the show
okay? I'm just
because we usually we've had a few people multiple times over the years, and it's like I was like, fuck, we never. And I was talking to Tim the other day, and I was like, perfect. Let's get you on here so we can, because we've got lots. I mean, definitely your genetics as far as have always had solid sort of backgrounds to them. Like you don't have you're not one of these guys who puts out tons and tons of stuff, and
No,
I appreciate that.
No, I try to stay a craft breeder. You know, like I like that, and I want it like that. You know, I don't own like a warehouse or anything crazy. Like I've seen some other seed companies like Situations, and they're literally like warehouses. You know what I mean? That's just not what I want to do. I want to keep it craft and keep it personal. You know, kind of like I describe it. At the end of my day, I'd rather have a microbrew than a Budweiser. You know,
for sure.
Kind of,
what were you gonna say, James?
I was gonna say, so why it'd probably be easier if we just have Jinx go through his history real quick for people who don't know who he is or where he came from or like who he's been, who he's mentored by, or like the shit and the time he spent in the game to get where he's at. Like people who don't know his history might be a little informative if you could do that. Because I know I enjoy his history. He's a hustler, right? So he's a hustler from Washington. I was doing the same thing, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, as far as cannabis goes, I started. I'm 55. I started growing when I was 20. You know, back then it was totally illegal. You know, it was kind of a dangerous game. But whatever. I'm a rebel. I don't care. So I just kind of started there. I had a guy who pretty much knew the basics of growing. That showed me like how to flip my light and like use this growth formula, then use this bloom formula, and like that was it. A little super thrive, and that was basically it.
GH days, pretty much. Like, was it General Hydro or something even more simple?
Well, in Seattle, you really only had two choices, and it was Eco Enterprises or General Hydroponics. And the guy I learned from used Eco, so I started using that. Like, so I didn't know anything. You know what I mean? So I was just following his regime. Mm-hmm. And then as time goes on, at first it was really hard because it was illegal, and there was people like grew, but they wouldn't talk about it, and they would never admit it. You know what I mean? Just because, why would you? Because it meant, something went sour, it meant trouble for you. So it was hard to advance. You know what I mean? And I'm not the kind of guy to buy a big thick ass book and start reading it and stuff like that. I didn't do well in school.
Were you on the forums? Yeah. Were you on any of the forums back in the day, or?
Never.
No, me neither. Me neither. That's why it's funny.
Well, me neither. Yeah, I would either. I wouldn't use the forums at your house with somebody else's computer. I was not fucking. That was just not going to happen.
Yeah. After a couple of years. I met this dude, and the guy was actually a dentist. And I guess part of him going to dental college was botany, and he grew weed. So he kind of took me to the next level as far as, different nutrients you could use besides part A and part B, and stuff like that. And, trimming your plants down and, just basic kind of stuff to kind of take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. And then after a while, especially once it became medical in Seattle, then it was just like a free for all. Everybody talked about it, and I'd never even heard of it before. I'm telling you the truth. I'm totally not a computer guy. And then I pretty much had my game down, by then. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of guy. So my first big change was after I started hanging out with Subcool, and he taught me how to make super soil.
Gotcha.
What's that?
How'd you come across Subcool? How'd you come across Subcool?
I wrote him an email and told him he sucked.
Yeah, this is the story I'm talking about.
That's how I got this job.
Yeah, that's exactly how Mark got this job too. Here, he told me how shitty our sound was. And
to be honest, mad respect for Sub and all that he did, but 12 years ago, I didn't have the faintest idea who he was. You know what I mean? I didn't like read High Times magazines and shit like that. I just kind of did my own thing. And my friend brought over a menu for his seeds, and I thought that was pretty interesting. He had a couple of those pink strains going, the Plush Berry and the Ace of Spades, and I thought that was really interesting. So I went to his website, and it said these seeds are available in Washington and that they have a distributor. And I called every co-op in town. After like a couple hours of calling, only one co-op here had a pack of seeds, and I was trying to talk to them on the phone, and they're like, we don't talk about seeds on the phone. You know, 'cause stuff was still pretty new back then, and you know, like everybody was like scared. So I live in Seattle. I drove all the way to Tacoma, and this store has one pack of seeds, and Sub's entire menu, it's the pack I don't want. You know, just like I begrudgingly I bought it, drove home in rush hour traffic. You know, I mean, to Tacoma and back in traffic, it's 3 or 4 hours minimum. You know what I mean? So I spent my whole day buying a pack of seeds I didn't want. So when I got home, I was a little frustrated, and I sent Sub an email, and I really just explained my scenario to him, and like, you know, that it was kind of lame, you know, and at the end of the letter, I said, if you ever want a real estate rep, let me know, because I'm a hustler. I get shit done. And then like 10 minutes later, he calls me, you know, hey, dude, Sub cool. Whenever Sub was excited, his little Southern accent would come out, you know what I mean? And he tells me, like, you know, bro, do you know how many emails I get every day? You know, like sometimes 1,000. You know, he's like, but I was scrolling through my emails, and there's this one that says Subcool sucks in Seattle. That was the title of my email. He's like, I had to read it, man. I just couldn't help myself. So he ended up calling me. I became his Washington State distributor, and, you know, we became really good friends after that. And, you know, it just kind of, you know, went from there. A lot of people were wondering, like, you know, because Sub was a fairly private man, you know what I mean, as far as like his home and stuff. And then you're like, you know, a couple months later, like we're shooting videos of me kicking it on his deck in California, and people are just like, who's this damn Jinxproof dude? You know what I mean? All of a sudden he's like Sub's buddy, just like kicking it with it, you know. So people are pretty interested in who I am and, you know, where I came from and all that. So, you know.
So when you went down there, did you meet all like dioxide? So was this the start of the TGA of the? So Subcool had you know his brand, and there was TGA, and TGA was the breeders underneath him, Team Green Avengers. Yeah. That was all you guys getting your credit, because he wouldn't give you guys packs. He said he would, but he'd never give you your own branding. And so you guys.
Well, for me, no. I did meet Dioxide right away because he lived in Oregon, which is, you know, pretty close to Seattle. So. At the time, I wasn't considered like one of his growers or anything like that. I was his distributor, and I'd done a little bit of breeding as a younger farmer, you know, the kind of thing where you're just painting one little branch to get a handful of seeds and stuff. And I'd created the gooberry. And so all this, you know, the seed thing, I dove in deep. So I was pretty interested. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a breeding. And I bred the 9-pound hammer. And then when I would drop seeds off at co-ops, I did this thing where if you bought seeds, you got a free pack of 9-pound hammer. And with social media really blowing up at the time, all of a sudden 9-pound hammer was just everywhere. You know what I mean? Like people were, I barely even knew what social media was, tell you the truth, you know, and it was just starting to really blow up. And then Sub asked me if I was interested in selling it. And it was never a TGA strain. There's a ton of confusion. Like if you Google 9-pound hammer, half the stuff will say, you know, Subcool's 9-pound hammer. My packaging was my own packaging, said Jinx Proof Genetics. It on the corner, it said TGA's Jinx Proof, because I was part of his crew, but I wasn't his breeder and, you know, stuff like that. And so he actually started distributing for me. So he was selling 9-pound hammer for me, but it was always my own packaging and all that, you know. So it was like we kind of became each other's distributors, you know, and you know, we hit it off really good. We became really good friends really quick, and, you know, stuff like that. And a lot of people that were trying to get to Sub, you know, it was more because he was a rock star, and you know, maybe they wanted something from him, like his name on their garden or something. But it wasn't like that with us. We just became bros, and we did a little business together, you know. So we became pretty good friends for quite some time, you know. And that was
Did you have any interactions with like Sunny and Odie as far as that goes? Homegrown Natural Wonders
Oh,
or Sunny Chiba?
absolutely, yeah. Sonny, Odie. I still see Sonny sometimes, especially if I'm traveling. Pat from I always mix
Heroes of the Farms.
I always mix Homegrown Natural Wonders and Heroes of the Farms. But yeah, me and Pat became really good friends. He's a super cool guy. Like if you don't like Pat, if you don't like Pat, chances are you're a jerk. He's the chillingest, coolest guy. You know what I mean? And 9 Pound Hammer.
Pat, I've been trying to get
9 Pound Hammer. 9 Pound Hammer was Jesus OG, which was actually Pat's strain. So it was Jesus OG times my gooberry. You know what I mean? So that was my first real strain. That people actually bought or recognized or something like that. So
did you ever run across like Lemon Hoko back in the day up there in Washington with Exotic or Kaya or Thunder Fudge?
No, I don't think. I mean, I didn't know Exotic Mike till maybe like 8-9 years later. You know what I mean? Okay. I wasn't a huge social media guy, and I wasn't a huge magazine reader, and I really didn't care about that kind of stuff. I actually do know Mike now. I distributed for him for a while because we were distributing Sub. We actually took on his brand for a minute too, and Mike's actually a really cool guy. We're definitely friends. We don't hang out or nothing like that, but when we see each other, it's totally cool, or we'll go out to dinner after a show or something like that. I actually met Kaya on an airplane. We were coming home from a show. Cool. And this whole airplane must have been flying from the show, because I was like, they're going to land this plane in a minute and tell us all to get off, because it was just a straight party in the air. And I ended up sitting next to Kaya's wife. So we became friends, and she introduced me to him when we got off the plane. And, we both live in Washington, but he lives pretty far from me. So we talk, like on the phone or, texting and, stuff like that. So, but he's from, I don't know him super good, but from, what I've gathered, he seems like a pretty righteous dude, Yeah. So, but
I wasn't sure, like back in the day, like you guys were all kind of in that nucleus of Seattle. So I wasn't sure if you had ever run across those guys or had Lemon Hoko, because Lemon Hoko was doing, his forms things. So
not till later. Like I say, to this day, I'm not really a forum kind of guy. Like I say, I'm 55. I kind of miss that whole thing, and I'm a computer.
You're actually the oldest guy in the room right now.
Yeah,
look at that.
I'm getting used to that.
I'm 54. He's 53. So we're right in order.
Yeah, and like I say, I'm a computer caveman. You know what I mean? So the whole forums and emails and all that stuff, like. I'm still not good at it. Like all that, aside from like my social media, all the emails and all that, Miss Rose answers all that. She answers all the grow questions, not the grow questions, but like the questions about our seed company or, orders and stuff like that. I completely stay out of that. That's totally Miss Rose. You know what I mean? So I didn't even know what
you got to know your strengths. You know what I mean? So you're like,
I always tell, I always tell people, like, I'm the body of the car, but Miss Rose is the Hemi under the hood. I get to play around on social media and water plants where she's actually working her ass off.
I'm literally at that phase where it's like I'll be talking to Kyle, and he'll be like, all right, go on your Discord and do this, and I'll just hand the phone to my kid and be like, can you do that for me? And he's like, oh, and then Nick's just hanging out with Kyle and fucking taking tops.
Yeah. You're lucky to have a buddy, Mary Jack, who's set up and pretty much ran my Discord, because that was super confusing to me. I was like, what's a server?
Right.
He's like, well, go to this server, go to that. I was like, I don't even know what the heck that is. Luckily, Discord has like AnyDesk where you can share your screen, so he'd be walking me like, okay, slide your screen to the left, okay, scroll down. He actually, one of the servers was Jinx's Daily Random, and that's pretty much what I did. Everything else was mostly Mary Jack and setting up group meetings or just stuff like that Discord does. But Discord has recently become anti-cannabis, so they killed our channel. I'm not on Discord currently.
I was going to ask that because I saw that and I was like thinking to myself, like, yeah, that's weird, because it's like a lot of things. Like some people get just taken out, and other people just blatantly do exactly the same thing, if not worse. You know what I mean?
So the story I heard about that is that they were using one of the Discord channels to heavily sell clones and whatnot, and there's some bad business went on, and somebody really pressed the issue, really fucking pressed.
Do you have a microphone company?
And
by
so
any
it got up
chance?
to a high enough chain where they.
He's the guy that sold you the microphone.
Is that the
right?
guy that sold you this mic? That's sounding like a big fucking
Yeah, sounds
windstorm.
All right, let me get the new mic. You guys.
I know. Look at. He's the guy telling us he's not technical, and he's got the
Oh,
great
right
mic,
here.
and you're Mr.
It's
Tech.
not hooked up.
Oh, well, your thing sounds better than his, and you're not
Yeah,
even hooked up.
Bean has the Taylor Swift microphone on.
He's trying to be Taylor Swift, and it's sounding not like.
Are you a Swiftie?
You're sounding like you're some Telcel guy. Hey, let me
Bean,
help-
show us your wrists. Do you have the little wristbands on?
I've been to-
How do you know that, Dave?
I watch Saturday
Yeah.
Night
Where's
Live.
yours? Where's your at, Dave? You take it off before you came in.
I watch Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Discord, Jinx, I just got a note from someone. He says, I've been trying to contact you for the longest time. Met you at an event last year in a ski mask. Can I have your home address? Ring a bell? Anything like that?
Yeah, give me my number. Shit.
I get that kind of stuff all the time. And like somebody like, hey man, can I mail you something? Like, sure, man, I'll shoot in my PO box. Well, I'd rather mail it to your house. It's like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? It's like people constantly write me and ask me my real name. And it's like, why? You're like, why is that important? You know, it's like.
Well, I'm trying to identify your location by the trees behind you.
Oh yeah, we got you dialed
It's
in.
it's a little cloth that Miss Rose bought.
Oh, we've triangulated your spot by the back.
Yeah, because I've gone on other Discords and she's like, not Discords, but other
you got a real mic.
podcasts or whatever.
There you go.
She's like, you need
Now
something better to look at than just some ugly wall. So she went and got me that.
Look what we can do. Can you show them? We can do tie dye. We have choices
yeah,
here.
that's pretty cool.
Oh, we can go crazy. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, we have Mark. He knows
Mark
shit.
and-
See?
Whoa, party time. There you go.
Oh yeah.
We
Oh
can do
fuck
that.
you.
We can do that anytime.
Fuck you.
Wow,
That's pretty cool.
if you wore his glasses, you'd be the man. The combo would be just outrageous.
I need new glasses. I need new glasses.
You got it going on. You're doing it. It looks
Come
like
on, Bean.
You can do it, Bean. You can
Let's
do it.
go,
I'm doing it.
Bean.
I'm doing it. You guys
Let's
just keep on
go,
blabbing. I
Bean.
got it.
No, it's good. I
got it.
It's funny that you say that because, when you're on social media, you're going to encounter everything from awesome people to haters to people who just like. I've had probably 100 people write me and ask me like, why do you wear those stupid glasses with no lenses? It's like they're offended or mad or something. And, it actually started as a joke because Sub was going on shows and other people, and they had these little teeny weeny glasses. Like, remember Sub's glasses?
Sub's glasses.
They just, and they were all like, "Oh, it's eye recognition, eye recognition." I was like, "They can see your whole face. They have your IEP." So I started wearing the glasses as like a smart ass thing. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I was. Well, that's the funny thing is that's what I was telling you when I first talked to you about doing the show. I was like, yeah, it's kind of funny because I've never had you on the show, and I didn't know who. And because of course I associated right away. Oh, he's Sub Cool's guy, and he doesn't. And I'm thinking about the glasses, and I was like, I think he's like exactly like that. I kind of got this smart ass vibe thing, and then I was like, but then I met you at the show at the CannaCon or whatever it was, and then I was like. Just like I've had many people say to me, like, dude, I always thought you were a dick. And then I'll be like, I met you and you were really cool. And it's like, same vibe. You know what I mean? I realized
that's actually what you said to me.
Yeah, exactly. It is, right? I was like, yeah, I kind of thought you were
I
a dick.
thought you were a dick until I met you. And since you said that the last few days, I've been like, I wonder like what it was that made him think I was a dick.
It was the glasses.
Yeah, and it was. I think it was a name combination of the name where I was thinking like it was a bit too like oh really? So you're really putting it out there that you're never gonna have a problem with my seeds. You know what I mean? Like whereas most people are like, they don't want to ever. Because now you almost jinxed yourself by saying Jinx Proof. You're like jinxing yourself, right? Like somebody else is like, they're going to hold you to it or something like that. I don't know. I just had this vibe. Plus, it's obviously with Sub, it doesn't really help. You know what I mean? That always, because he had a problem with me.
Well,
Ms.
you
Jill,
know, when
Not the rap song.
Ms. Jill,
when I-
Ms. Jill
when-
had
when
a
I-
problem with me, and then she made a rap song with Mendo
There's a diss
Dope
track.
guys. They did a diss track, and it was funny because that Andy said he talked to them about it, and they were like, "Yeah, we didn't even know who Adam was. We just were told like, hey man, write a diss track about this guy," which they did. Which they did. So
We're
I kind
smoking the face of Adam Dunn.
Exactly. So I was always like, okay, that's just like that crew. You know, then you meet Odie and you love Odie. Then you meet Sonny and Sonny's like, we're in a diss track together, right? And I was like, really? I didn't know that.
That was you?
So
the Mendo boys are actually really cool kids. I call them kids because to me they're young. You know what I mean? They're actually really nice kids. They were probably just, Sub did a lot for them. That's for sure. He put them on the map. So they probably felt obliged.
Oh, I get it.
I've had people kind of wonder about me because, rest his soul, all that. But towards the end of Sub's life, he became a little radical and a little offensive. And he was even going after me for a while, like fuck Jinx and all this and all that. And, because after a while I quit and I was just like, dude, I'm not distributing your stuff anymore. I'm focusing on me and my stuff. And he was pretty upset, because I had the whole Northwest, so I made him a lot of money. You know what I mean? So, but one thing I did appreciate is before he passed away, he did get on social media and say, you know what, all that stuff I said about Jinx, it's not right, and Jinx is actually a good guy. So, I was actually glad that he did that before he passed because we do have some cool history where we were just bros, nothing to do with weed or any of that shit. You know what I mean? So. But
yeah, I mean, for me, the whole issue was that I didn't pay attention to them when they were in Amsterdam, and they took it really offensive. She got really offended because it was during the Cannabis Cup, and I was just busy with things, and I was doing what I call the Trichome Challenge. So I was doing this like 6-foot bong, and you had to smoke the trikes, and I kind of heavy loaded it because I was like, oh yeah, these guys, fuck these guys, right? So I was like, I heavy loaded it and I just like nailed them, right? And then I was on the mic, dissing them on the mic, and it's like a carnival vibe, right? So I was like, we got a loser here, big loser, and they took it super seriously. They took it real
like
serious,
the dunk tank,
kind of like that, right? And then later when they got home, they just were. Yeah, they didn't like me
Fuck
anymore.
that guy.
Fuck Adam Dunn, right? So anyway, I was like,
let's write a song about it.
I fucked up. I fucked up.
Well, it's funny because two of the things you said, like I thought he was a big smart ass, is I'm a total smart ass. But in a friend like me and my friends, we do what we call verbal kung fu. You know what I mean? Like we're always hacking on each other, but we love each other. It's just, we're just smart asses. We like to tease each other. It's never meant to hurt anybody's feeling. I would never do that.
No.
I would never, like go after somebody I didn't know. You know what I mean? It's me and my homies. So we're all, our crew is definitely a bunch of smart asses.
Oh, we fucking get it here. Don't you worry.
No, we're from the East Coast, so none of us have a problem with it. But it's just funny because if you're not in on the joke, you might not get it right there. Then
and the Jinx Proof thing is, obviously we don't, most of us don't use our real name. Obviously his name wasn't Subcool and his name's not Dioxide. You know what I mean? So
no way. What?
Before I was a known breeder, I tattooed for 20 years. And like when you walk into a tattoo shop and all those designs on the wall,
sure.
It's called flash. And it's just, quick, easy money. But there's a really old school traditional flash picture. And it's like everything that's bad luck. It's like a black cat. It's like a ladder, a horseshoe, the number 13, a broken mirror, and all like in this little thing. And then there's usually a ribbon wrapped around the bottom of it that says Jinx Proof.
Mm-hmm.
And I always just thought that sounded cool, like Jinx Proof. That's cool. You know what I mean? So then when it was time to come up with a weed name, it was like, I'm going with Jinx Proof.
No, it's a great name. It is a great name. That's the thing that pops up when you put it in. You just see tons of tattoo references.
Yeah.
Right away. So I was just
there's a tattoo shop called Jinx Proof. There's a beer. There's a band. So.
I assumed you were either doing tattoos or getting lots of tattoos. So I was like, it's one of the two, right? Or both. Exactly. I was gonna say, or both for sure. Cool. And are you still doing work at all, or you just kind of that was the time?
No, almost never. We did a charity for the 22 Mini Foundation. The Soldier Suicide Prevention Foundation. 22 soldiers commit suicide every day.
Gotcha.
So at my homie's shop, we did. I was already Jinx Proof pretty getting pretty known in the social media and all that. So we did a charity at my homie's tattoo shop, and it was called Tat 20 Too Many. And if you came in that day and donated $50 towards 20 Too Many, you got a free tattoo. You know, what we call pork chops. You know, you couldn't get like a sleeve or nothing, but, you know, like a little tattoo. If you didn't want a tattoo, then a soldier got tattooed that day. Nice. And okay, I forgot where I was going for a second. So that day, I did a couple small tattoos that day just cause, you know what I mean? So I did like a little B positive, like a B with the plus symbol and shit like that, just to, you know, just cause. But yeah, I'm done with it. It's definitely not something I aspire to.
I mean,
to
now
do again.
it's kind of crazy because I was at a convention here, and I was going to talk to one of the guys there, and he actually has a tattoo removal company because. Obviously he was in the right place, right? He's like, dude, and the reality was that you it's like people, their mindset isn't the same because of that sort of technology and the fact that there's already like tattoos that are coming out that are like, you know, permanent with like easily removed though, because they designed it to, you know, so that it's almost like ready to be removed because they know people just run out of room and then they're like, fuck it, we're doing something new. And for him, it was weird because I was like, aren't people, you know, pissed about you coming? It's like, oh no, they love it because they got more work now, you know, because like guys would be like, all right, I've run out of space. They come in and it's so that kind of kills the whole like, yeah, you'll never get it removed vibe because people are like, nah, I know people who, you know, and it's weird. So I think it's kind of like lost its bad boy vibe.
Tattoo removal is not cheap, and it takes several times. It's not like your tattoo's gone.
Wait a second.
You usually have to come back quite a few times. You know, you can break it up to where it's now easy to cover up, you know, because it's so broken up and the pigment's all broke down. But, you know, to completely remove a tattoo, it takes some money and some time.
Yeah.
You know
Jinx,
what I mean?
I saw a reel on Instagram, and they removed an entire sleeve in the 30 seconds that reel ran.
There'll be something behind it, and then you have to come back and get a second. Yeah, no, don't believe it.
I'm not saying you're not right, but I find that hard to believe.
No,
and then my second question would be like, how healthy is that it could do that? You know what I mean?
Well, the weird part was
using like a nuclear ray gun or something. You know?
Yes, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so, you know, but I mean, tattooing a huge part of like D-Range 420. He's my best friend. You guys probably see him on my page time to time. He actually specialized in cover-ups because he was really good at it. And then, you know, once you get a name like that, you know, he would always have tons of work of people who wanted cover-ups, you know, usually names, you know, usually, you know, like I always tease Rose because I have this tattooed on my hand. And I always tell her, if you ever dump me, I'm going to tell everybody my grandma's name was Rose.
Mike, Mark has the same tattoo on his wrist. He dated her for a few years, and she's gone. It's schmoopsy. It goes together.
Yeah. Oh, really?
No.
Don't ever believe anything Dave says. Really, Dave is lying.
He's full of shit.
100%.
He's just here for comic relief.
So tell us about also, because I know you support a lot. I mean, obviously, if you go on your site, you'll see right away that you're supporting autism. I guess your son is on this.
Absolutely, yeah.
So tell us about
that. A lot of people don't realize a lot of kids are not born autistic. They become autistic. My son was not born autistic. He hit all the numbers right. He was crawling at the right time. He was eating at the right, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then about 2.5, maybe 3 years, probably more like 2-ish, we started noticing like he didn't want to eat anything. He always wanted to be by himself because that's a huge part of autism, is kind of antisocial. And just he was doing this weird thing with his hands, which is actually called stemming, like a lot of autistic kids flap. And, you know, it was pretty fucking hard. You know what I mean? It was incredible actually to watch your son disappear and watch this special needs kid show up. You know what I mean? It was devastating. But once I kind of got over that and, you know, called myself out and realized, you know, it's just time to move on and you know, be the best dad I can for him. The hardest thing for us was him not communicating. And, you know, he still doesn't talk. You know, he'll say a few words, like he might say cheeseburger, or he always says coach, because he loves to go see his coach at his MMA practice, but he doesn't usually won't usually say a sentence. So we got.
That gets after it. Like I see the videos you were posting on him, man. I don't want to
What's
fight him
that?
at all. I see the videos that you post of your son, and he works out harder than I do for sure. I mean, he's
200 sit-ups 3 times a week. He's rocking a 6-pack, yo. Like for real. Like I wish my dad
watched
made
him
me
for
do
a
that.
while, but then I got like discouraged. So I was like, I can't even keep up with this kid. So I mean, no way.
Yeah, he gets a lot of attention for his speed bag work too. You've probably seen the videos of him on the speed bag. You know, he gets a lot. I get a lot of letters about that. But anyway, so we got him an iPad, and on the iPad we bought this app, and it's all these pictures. And if you type the picture, if you push the picture, it'll say what it is. Like if it's a picture of an apple, it'll go apple. And then you can also add pictures. Like, you know, I could take a picture of my brother and put Uncle Dave, and he'd be like, Uncle Dave. You know what I mean? And a lot of autistic kids tend to mimic. So a lot of, like, he used to come up to me all the time and be like, chicken nuggets. Because that was the only thing he ate, but it basically meant I want to eat. But then after a while, he started coming, he goes, chicken nuggets. And I was like, wow, like, if you've never heard your son talk ever, like, just hearing that one word is just like, whoa, like, you know, there's hope, there's something out there. So once we got into we tried doing some stuff before I was a known breeder, like charities and stuff, and nobody would help us. Nobody really gave a shit. But once I gained some traction on the cannabis community, like there is no community that gives more than the cannabis community. You know what I mean? Like people are dead broke, come up to me at a show and drop $10 in the. I have a little glass house I put out there when I'm at shows, you know what I mean? Right. And so we basically what we do is we buy iPads, we put that app in it, and then we supply them to other nonverbal autistic kids that we pretty much meet through the autism community. Sometimes we meet them at my son's school, or it doesn't matter where, but a lot of them do come to us through cannabis social media and stuff. And we do other things too. We're not, like if we help kids that aren't autistic, you know what I mean, stuff like that. But that's our main jam is the helping kids to speak, basically, and give them a voice. You know what I mean? Because they totally know every word in their head that they totally know what you're saying. It's a thing called apraxia, and it's the brain doesn't connect to the part that's trying to make them talk. So a lot of autistic kids almost sound like they're deaf when they talk. The words are mutated and stuff like that. So, and we're pretty proud of that. It's been a great thing. It's been a form of therapy for me as an autistic dad, to help other autistic dads or moms. And it's been pretty incredible. I really love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the same technology that can like stunt a kid's, production because they can get them sidetracked if they should be doing other things, but they're sitting on their iPad going, on another side of it all, it can be super, as a communicative sort of thing. Obviously it can work out super,
Yeah.
Just sort of
because I'm not the parent that thinks kids should be sitting in front of computers and video games every day. Like, I personally can't stand that stuff. I was like, man, get that kid outside, or you know what I mean? Like, so many kids now, that's their world. You know what I mean? Which,
believe me, I know. Believe me, I know. 11-year-old.
I come, like, my pops was old school. Like, we didn't have computers, but like, I come home from school, my dad would let me watch about 20 minutes of cartoons. He'd be like, get outside.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to be in the house either at that point in time. But
and
but we also we didn't go
Oh,
through a pandemic, when these kids for 3 years, when they got locked up and basically told we're going to change everything. We as parents kind of told the kid, go play the Xbox, go get on the iPad.
But it's
don't
crazy
be sad.
It's crazy though when you're see like a baby in a crib. Or in
with
a carriage with a fucking with an iPad, and then if you see the parent try to take it away, it's like, okay, and put it back. Like, here you go, and you're like, oh no,
it's like a nookie.
Not to mention cell phones. Cell phones
at the same time, like the baby's not using it for social media.
What's that?
I mean, the baby is it's means to an end. The baby can figure out like picture, photo, food, right? So it's not like that baby's.
Yeah, and cell phones are the #1 cause of brain and testicular cancer. So you got your little ass baby holding this thing up to his face, or in his hands, which it's just like,
Yeah, in the development stages too. It's not like it's like
like Junior, he has to do other things. He's got a little electric scooter we go out ride, or he's got a recumbent bike, or he goes to the MMA 3 times a week, and he has an iPad and he's allowed to do other stuff on it besides talk. But it by no means do I want it to be his world. It's like like when we were kids, the babysitter was your TV. Like your parents might sit you down and put on the TV, but the cell phone and stuff, they're addicting. Like social media and video games, they actually hire psychologists, to figure out how to make it.
Well, our generation, the problem is that we got like the combination where you have a generation that's born into it and they become like super skilled, and then you got a generation that's like just as addicted but less competent, right? So we're like I've watched. I like the other day. I had a friend of mine staying in town, and I swear to God, I left. Did like 3-4 hours of work, I was doing stuff. I came back. He was, not like, nothing again. He's on holiday. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But he was literally sitting in the exact same spot doing with his just sitting there online, going super slow, I was like, are you fucking
TikTok?
He wasn't watching TikTok. He was playing he was doing something even more boring, but it was just like in general, like he was doing solitaire or some bullshit. And I was just like, are you sitting in the same spot? Like, dude, I just transplanted all these plants, did all this work, fucking came back, cleaned up 5 hours later. And so it doesn't matter what generation, we're all kind of in our own little addicted worlds. But you see people yelling at their kid, not taking their eyes off their own phone while they yell at their kid for being online. And you're like, are you kidding? You're giving them a great image there.
Dude, I drop my kid off in the morning at school. I drive back past the university, and I stop at a light, and you see the kids standing there. There's 4 of them in a row. They're all like this. Mm-hmm. They're all standing there, and they walk across the street like this.
It's weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, people have been killed and injured tripping over curbs or walking into traffic. Like it's a thing. You know what I mean? And not me. We have a little group we call the Young Ladies Positive Affirmation Group, and it's most of the kids in our neighborhood are of single moms. So none of these kids have a dad. So they all come and hang out.
Whoa, hang on. What neighborhood is that? I might want to, I'm just saying, how many? Well, wait, where is this Mecca you speak of? Single moms all over there. Maybe they need a little Dave.
The White Widows, man. Just letting you know.
Super
spread the word.
A super Dave.
Sorry about that.
Skate on through, skate man.
AdamDunnShow.com. Just maybe send them over to the show, and you never know.
All right.
But anyways, these girls, they start hanging out with me because their parents are busy and stuff, and I work at home and stuff, and we go out in the street and we play football or basketball or just we goof around. I've given them cooking lessons and stuff, so we started this little group called the Young Ladies Positive Affirmation Group, and every day they have to bring 2 handwritten positive affirmations to my house, and we put them in a box, and then when the box is full, we go and do something. Like maybe we'll go, to the mall and they each get $20, or we go out to a dinner somewhere they want to go, or, just something, a reward, so to speak, but the times when we've gone out to dinner, they've tried that. And I was like, oh no, put those phones away. We're not sitting around this table so we can all not be together. You know what I mean? It's like,
no, it's definitely, too much technology, too quick for too many people, and it's just
wrong place, wrong time.
We get sucked in.
Yeah, if we had cell phones when I was a kid, you can bet my dad would not let you bring one to the dinner table.
Well, technically speaking, everybody should put it they usually do the thing where everybody puts it in the same spot, and whoever touches it first pays the fucking bill. You know what I mean? So that's it. That's an easy way.
That's a good one.
That's an easy way to figure out who's fuck it, I don't care anymore. I'll pay the bill. I got it. Because some people are like that, dude. It was weird. We the first ADSI we did, we announced last minute that we're taking everybody's phone, and they just the backlash, especially from JJ, was the worst. JJ and AJ both cried the most, and we were just
of course,
and and of course the other guy himself. But everybody it was like they were gonna die. You were like, dude, we're just taking your phone for 4 hours so people don't sit around taking photos of each other, and we want to keep it all secret, right? And it was like, my family depends on me having this phone on. I'm like, what are you gonna do for it?
That would be
like,
my only argument against it.
yeah, but I was like, what is gonna happen? Like, you think in the next like, oh, that's it. The whole you ruined my life.
There, in some multiverse that happened. I mean, this is where you want to go. Like this is another one of those lines, right? Cannabis safer than Pokemon. Right? You've been using Pokemon on your phone.
Definitely killed.
Wham!
Yeah. Many people got ran over from Pokemon. Many.
I've definitely. It was weird because if you were strong enough at that Pokemon game, you could actually drop Pokemon, which I don't know. Like, I really don't even understand it. But Rose and I used to have a head shop, and it was on Highway 99, which is a pretty busy street. And there was all these people walking around in front of our store in circles. And I was like, what the hell are they doing? Like, they literally have their phones, and they're like...
You had a gym.
You had a gym.
There was a gym at your location.
No.
Yes. No, there was a Pokemon gym. It works
I don't know
off
about
of
that,
this.
but somebody had dropped a Jinxproof Pokemon in front of our store.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah, these kids are guys like, what do you guys do? Like, we're looking for Jinxproof. And I'm like, that's me. They like, oh, we're looking for a Pokemon, and his name is Jinxproof. Whether it was coincidence or somebody with enough power of Pokemon points, whatever it is, had dropped it there.
Pokemon.
That's funny. That's weird.
Dude, businesses used to, I heard, compete to try to get, gyms at their locations because it drew so much foot traffic.
So many random people who didn't come in.
Huh.
Looky.
So, wow.
Yeah, we didn't get too many people straight out of the gym at our head shop.
That's funny.
That's great. That's so funny.
Yeah, I remember there's like a bike path behind my house, and there's a gym on the corner there, and there'd just be kids like on the corner. They're just hanging out like.
It's still popular, this game?
No.
This is
back when it first
got it.
Back in the day.
It's still a thing,
It must be very obscure now. Now you really like dirty.
So James,
back on the canvas, boys.
I still
Back on the canvas.
James, you haven't said much of anything. What's
back on the
going on in
canvas.
your
Are you trying to
life?
direct us?
I'm over here definitely bored of web apps and Pokemon shit.
Wow, dude, Mr.
I'm trying to bring it back to you. Tell us what you have new going on at Seeds Here Now. We've noticed the it's always been a fruit of the month, right? For the last.
Oh, yeah.
What's the strain of the month now?
For current the flavor of the month currently for October is
grape flavor.
Grape flavor already. So. Grape, that's right. Grape. Yep. Grape is so there's lots of grape stuff. Everything's grape, of course. And so it's all 25% off. And then the breeder of the month for October is.
Where's my card?
I don't know. I'm working on November right now, guys. You're killing me.
Sorry, dude. No, we're good.
We're killing you.
We're killing. What? We're trying to throw you love.
November's coming up, so if you know November, go for it.
No, November's coming though, right? We're already on November.
We read
So for
your
November,
AI.
we
read your
November's
AI
gonna be-
written thing that you send out every day.
Oh wait, hold on. We haven't spoken to you in a while. Did you know you sent Adam something to read that he thought you wrote, and he was so excited. He carved up, and he was reading the whole thing. Gets 3/4 of the way through before I looked at him and go, "You realize this is another one of his AI things, right?" And he's like,
"Oh no, I wrote that. I read all
You
my
did
sales thing.
not.
It was
Yeah.
It's so AI.
You can't just tell AI give me 25% off fucking DJ Short and give me 25% off lemon
Yes, you can.
flavored shit.
No,
Well, I don't.
It felt very.
Anyways, I just use the same template over and over again.
Wait, so I think that you've become AI then.
Maybe you are AI.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is my AI photo. This is my AI avatar. Like I'm not even here.
You see, he does look a little black and white.
That's why we were wondering before, because we said it looked a little weird. The edges are a
I'm a
little
little faded. That's why.
Whoa.
Although that shit is real though. It is coming. It can't happen like that. The deep fakes are insane right now as far as that goes. But let's talk about
who's going to be the first breeder with a deep fake. Who's the first breeder? Deep fake breeder.
I don't know, but let's talk about rocket seeds. Let's talk about
let's talk about some swag.
And some low.
Let's talk about some swaggy low budge crap.
Rocket
So
seeds.
you
I
wanna
thought
make
they're
sure
your
when you get-
competition.
you get
They're
it
the
from-
worst.
Either get it from my site where it's certified or get it from Jinx, of course. But This is why you don't buy from other sites. Is that this?
All right, because I was trying to bite my tongue when you brought them up. I thought you were like promoting them or something.
Oh fuck me!
Those fucking guys, they sell my seeds that I have never sold them.
Yep.
And seeds of mine that I've never sold anybody except through my site, but somehow they have them on their website.
Yeah, go figure.
How is that
And
possible?
I called them out. I called them up and called them out on that. And they're like, oh, we'll have it off the website by the end of the day. And this was like, 5 years ago, maybe. So like, I don't put people on blast, but I did. And I was, because so many people are writing me, like, how come these guys have Cookie Puss when you said it was a limited edition and that it was sold out? And I was like, they're all fake. They're not my stuff. So all the people that saw it went and reported their account, and their account got taken down. Nice. Which I'm not about that. Like, I know people do that, like competition or haters, get people's accounts taken down by ganging up on it and shit. But it did get taken down. The guy fucking writes me, he's like, I want that account back up in 30 minutes. It's like, I don't work for Instagram. How am I going to put your account back up in 30 minutes? And then he writes me and he says, what's your son's name? I said, what the fuck does that got to do with anything? He said, you shouldn't threaten big companies like this because you'll take a bullet to the head. What? So he's basically passive aggressively threatening my son, some dude named Kyle. And it's like, oh, really? Every time I've been at a show and they're there, I send one of my followers over there. I'm like, hey, man, go over there and ask if Kyle's here. Because if he is, I'm going to follow him to the bathroom and stomp a mud hole in his face.
Yeah, first time I saw that worm, he had like a fucking Flavor Flav chain on, and it was like the Cop King seagull. And I was like, you're really the guy. Like, yeah, of course you do. Of course you have.
Doesn't Flavor Flav wear the clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But it was like it was like a giant around his neck, fucking that big with the Crop King logo on it. And I was like, oh my God.
If you gave me a necklace like that made out of pure gold, I wouldn't wear it. I mean, I'd take it.
It would look good.
I wouldn't wear it. Yeah, I'd feel stupid wearing it.
No, I'd wear it once. Somebody would take a photo, and then they would be fucking sticking it up on the podcast all the fucking time and never letting you forget you ever did that. So
yeah,
you wore it once. You wore that suit many times.
Love it. You love it.
I'd probably go to the Weir coin store and sell it by the ounce.
Look at him.
See, you're not even looking. Look, I have a microphone on. This is at the final table at a fucking televised poker tournament.
You used to wear that shit all the time.
All the time.
That was your daily.
That was like your thing. I was like, oh, the guy with the weird suit.
That's a signature suit.
That's the weird suit.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yep.
No.
It's all right there.
No.
Yeah.
So always buy from reputable companies. Buy from people you're getting real shit from, unless you ended up buying, which is I think the majority of their strange or whatever, are just bulk purchases with a name on it, right? Like it's not what it is. It's just they're just going after that people knew, and probably his description wasn't even close to like what it was supposed to be. It's just people, the sheep coming into the market saying, "Oh, I want to buy blueberry. I want to buy a 9-pound hammer. Let me go. Oh, you got it. Great."
They'll go to your website, take a picture, and just straight cut it up and put it. They don't even write descriptions. They just take yours and post it. Yeah. They don't even rewrite it. They just straight clip it out and throw it up there. I met some kid who said he used to work for them. And he said what they do is they buy bulk seeds from Spain and then just vial them up as, and whatever's the flavor of the day. But, I don't know. I try not to even. This is the first time I even talked about it since, just because I don't even want to promo them or, go down that whole negative fucking,
Yeah, just besides the whole business, that's just that like the personal, the guy would come after you like that with your son is just like that just blew me. I was like,
that's a whole different story. Yeah, ripping my product off is one thing. Threatening my son's a whole nother. You know what I mean? We'll see how that plays out. So
well, you've handled it surprisingly adult and professional, because I know if somebody would have threatened one of my kids, I probably wouldn't be sitting next to Adam anymore. It wouldn't take much for me to do something really fucking stupid. So I herald your
that whole weekend.
I herald your restraint.
Their booth was empty.
Yeah. Well,
bravo.
There are a few things I could probably do about it. For one, I'd rather do it in person, and for two, I don't want to get in trouble and then not be around my son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can't even tell you how many Hell's Angels I've tattooed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If I pass
right.
that on to them, like, please, including I worked with Barada, which is the Mexican Hell's Angels here in Seattle. You know what I mean? It's like, but it's
I'm
like
in big fucking
not,
trouble, man. I'm coming to your house.
I mean, plus it's like, the
it ain't
reality
worth
is,
it though. You know what I mean? Like if somebody gets killed and you're a part of it, well, you're part of that crime.
Right.
It's like say someday maybe I'll see him at a show and know it's him, and I'll follow him to the bathroom. And if you see me walking out with bloody sneakers, you know what happened.
Yeah, what did you call? You said stomped a mud hole.
well, the deal.
Stop a mud hole in his face. Yeah.
The reality is too, if he looked up your kid, then he knows the situation is like more twisted. You know what I mean? It's not even like he just found out you have a kid. It's like he knows it because it's like you're very public about it. So it's not like he's like gonna be like
he's seen him. He knew he knew it was a soft spot for me.
That's what I mean. That's really weird and fucked up. And that makes it extra.
It was a dick move, a fucking dick move, especially when I'm listening to you tell your story and how touching it is that somebody that there's a person out there like that would say something like that. Fuck him and the horse he rode in on. And everyone go to Jinx Proof 2.0 on Instagram and Seeds Here Now and buy some seeds. And know that if I'm understanding this correctly, there are only two locations.
We don't have Jinx's seeds. You gotta go to his website.
Got to go to his website.
For no reason other than we just can't seem to get together. Me and Miss Rose on an order, but I would love to.
Let's do that right here. I put him on the spot.
We've considerably downsized, is what it is. Like I used to supply Attitude and Choice also, but. Like I said, we've downsized and just, a lot of you guys know I've had some pretty serious health issues from, in a year and a half, I had brain surgery, heart surgery, and gallbladder removal. So it was just, we were just kind of.
We didn't go into the brain surgery shit. Damn, that's right.
Yeah. So it was just a way of kind of backing up and less responsibility and stuff to deal with. And, so it's, I've never had a problem with you. You know what I mean? We've always been cool. It's definitely nothing like that. And didn't we go out to dinner before?
Yeah, I'm sure. We've had, we just literally made me shows just haven't gotten over together. We just missed.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure we went to one of those. What is it like? Cuban or one of those steak houses where they bring out the big fucking thing of steaks. You know what I'm talking about?
That sounds like James right there. That's totally
it was
my signature move.
Unfortunately, part of my brain surgery was a serious memory issues. So I do remember, I knew like we'd gone out to dinner or something. And as I'm sitting here, more of it's kind of coming back and stuff. So
yeah, forward to try to flip the card over if you're full or not. They fucking just keep bringing you food.
Yeah.
This is great.
That was awesome. Yeah. So.
Cool. Very cool. So yeah, what you got coming up next? What are you working on? Any projects you got coming up, or that you're gonna release? Or re-release?
I'm working on a F2 version of Loud Love, which is a really small edition. We did a limited edition, and so I'm kind of working on that. And then I have some other plants in there that I'll be using Loud Love as the male, some of the F2, and then create a couple new ones with Loud Love as the father.
Awesome.
But like I said, we're pretty small. Before we moved, I had a pretty good sized basement, and I had that fucking thing packed. And now I just grow in a couple tents actually. And like I said, I kind of want to keep the whole craft breeder kind of thing. And
there's nothing wrong with being small. There's nothing wrong. with being small.
I prefer it. Like I said, I'd rather have a microbrew than a Budweiser.
And there's less crossover issues, and you have you can concentrate more or less on cycles and not be all just all over
you
the
can
place.
see every fucking plant. You can give each attention. It's not like someone's going to go missing on in that corner.
Yeah, and with my issues too, like with the whole brain surgery thing, the number
not issues, situations.
Yeah, the number two things that the doctor told me was no alcohol and as little stress as possible. And running a big old carton full of seeds and shit, it can be a lot of work. It can be stressful. So just trying to take it easy and so. And like I say, it's not really my desire to have a warehouse or anything like that. I dip my toe in the legal side of cannabis for a while. I was part of a farm out there in Oklahoma, and what a nightmare.
Yeah.
Everybody was a liar. Everybody, even though we had like written contracts, they were all totally, just abandoned pretty much. And it's
nobody,
like
nobody follows through any of that bullshit. It's like go
nah,
ahead.
it was strictly money was the only thing that mattered, and they're just using people with who have created a name or a following, to market themselves, and it was a nightmare. And I'm
welcome.
you learn from everything.
They just take you to lunch.
From that.
You get a lot of lunches. Yeah, you get.
Let me take you to lunch.
You get a lot of
we'll have a conversation.
Free lunch. Consultation fee.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit. I'm gonna pick your brain for a little bit, but don't worry about it. Anything happens, I'll remember you.
Yeah.
Never heard that. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, and Oklahoma is still a free for all for all that. That's the reason the weed is so cheap in the United States right now. Blame Oklahoma. They're still medical. They turn down recreational. So
Oklahoma.
Well, half the legal farms in Oklahoma are backdooring their stuff anyways because they can't sell it to stores because there's too much weed there. You know what I mean? So
per capita,
which is not good for the local stores. Which is not blah blah blah. It's this whole catalyst of debauchery.
Yeah.
But when you issue unlimited license at $2,500 a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's silly.
And now you're going to do it again.
There was some short-sighted. There was some short-sightedness. Yeah. There was some short-sightedness.
Yeah.
Didn't Washington auction them off? Yeah, it was like $10,000 just to get an auction ticket, and then once you had
I've heard as high as $50,000, and it's non-refundable. Like if you don't get that ticket, tough shit. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of states, because Washington was one of the first. I think a lot of states have become legal because of Washington. In Washington, we have a website. It's called i502data.com because a legal garden in Washington is called a 502.
Right.
So you can go to this website, and it's the state runs it and owns it. It shows like every farm, what they grew, how much they sold it for, who they sold it to. Then it shows those stores, how much they sold it for, blah blah blah, and it's 75% tax. So it's 3 points from grower to producer to store. So 75% tax, and they also show the taxes that have been paid, and they're in the billions. So other states are looking at this and and they don't even say what the money's for. It's just a general fund, So
the bad thing about Washington does not have a home grow. It's not in there. The home grow's not.
And they legally legislated away medical with I-501 or 5052 or whatever it was. And I could not stand what they did. And remember how they pressured every producer that they had to sell it for a certain price per gram because the retailer was always going to 3X it. Whatever it was. And if they found out that your retailer was, maybe I don't want a 3X it. What if I want a 2X it and offer a deal? They wouldn't sell it to you. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was so stupid. They go against their own best interest in Washington.
You can still have a medical permit here, but not for many plants. And and then you have to give all this information. So it's like, how much do you want people to know about where you're at and what you're doing, and you know what I mean? So it's kind of weird.
Recreational grows, they don't allow recreational if they're home grow.
Right.
And no, definitely not. No. They want that money,
They were like the first state to completely fuck themselves over, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, and like I say, it goes to a general fund. Like I think it would be such an interesting documentary. Like that what's that Michael dude or whatever, that does all those documentaries.
Like more.
Something like that. And to actually trace this money down, find out where is it going, because I ain't seen a new basketball at a school yet. Our streets are flooded with these homeless camps, with the little blue tarps. I mean, we have so many of those in Seattle. It's just like the money they're making here, the billions, they could feed, clothe, shelter, and educate every homeless person and child in this state easily. You know what I
And
mean?
that's still the good thing about Denver, right? Like when Denver passed, they had their money earmarked. It went into a special fund that went for like drug rehab and then
Bullshit.
That's awesome.
No, I wouldn't say.
No, we have the same problems with the general fund bullshit. But you'll like this, Jinx.
Ours went to construction. That was the thing. Ours went to like big construction companies to redo schools and shit. But they never like. You were like, really? How much that actually made it to the fucking?
So the company I used to be with, Calyx Development, we bought the Nally Valley building in Tacoma, the pickle factory that was 500,000 square feet, and converted it into like 65 cannabis grows.
Wow.
Do you know that building there?
I don't know.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
The first legal garden I ever went to was actually airplane hangars. It was, they had 14 of them. They were huge. I was just like, there was a part of me that was like, because I had never really seen anything like that. You know what I mean? Part of me was like, this is pretty cool. But the other part of me was like, burn this shit to the ground.
This is never going to work. This is never going to work.
These guys and their Budweiser bud. You know what I mean? I actually made a video and put it on YouTube. And I hated the dialogue. Like these guys were just like, none of them had ever even smoked weed or anything like that. So when I posted the video, I just put music over the top of it. So it's just me and my homie walking through these farms with punk rock music on the top of it, instead of all their stupid self-righteous dialogue and all this shit, which they weren't too pleased about, but I really didn't care. You know what I mean?
You didn't need it.
But my favorite part was so I put the punk rock music over the top of it, and all the comments were about the music. Like the first few comments were like, "This fucking music sucks. What the fuck? This should be Grateful Dead." Because it's hardcore punk rock. And then I wrote one guy, because the funny part about it is it's my old punk rock band. So I wrote this guy and I said, "Hey bro, that's me singing and playing guitar." Then he writes me back, "I'm sorry, Jinx. I think my speakers are broken."
Whoa.
It's like, if you like punk rock or not, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But he was like trying to like reel it back in, and he like say everybody's going back and forth. It should be the Grateful Dead. And I thought it was fucking funny, and I'm like, I really don't care what people say in comments, So
Jinx, we
guy.
were doing great until you started trashing the Grateful Dead there. Going easy,
smoking some sweetest peach.
Oh yeah, that guy
smoking the sweetest peach.
Hey Jinx, you're welcome
I'm not
back.
against the Grateful Dead. I just thought it was funny.
know.
Those were the first main comments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, aggressive deadheads.
It's okay.
Those are the guys you got.
Please come back again. Come back with James
none of the
Bean.
None of the comments were about the farm or legalization or cannabis. It turned into this whole fucking thing of music.
Oh, that's those deadheads.
I can tangent into music. Do you remember that time at Deer Creek? Anyway,
no,
we've run very long. If you want to come back and do Patreon with us and tell things that you didn't want to tell to the regular audience, James Bean, you need to come on way more. We had you in the card 2 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago, and
we keep trying.
said, and then you don't show.
Yeah, they didn't believe you anymore.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
Yeah, no, I was there. I saw one where you had Fang was on, and I'm not a
Fang was
because it's AI Bean, dude. That's why.
We overbooked it. We overbooked it once or twice.
They're still loading up AI Bean.
Oh yeah, you were trying to get the AI thing going. That was what was going on. I remember now.
Well, maybe we can mend that fence, because you know what? There's a lot of shit that goes on in this, and we can that one I think we can fix. The other one there can't fix.
Who,
but,
Mark? We can't fix Mark.
No, we can't fix that
broken.
that other company. They fucking suck.
Can't fix that company?
Yeah, but Seeds Here Now, top of the line.
I didn't know we could do that, but
remember, enter Dunn deal at checkout. You get 10% off your seeds.
And just and a quick plug on Seeds Here Now. We just dropped the new Crockett line, so it's got probably 15 new strains from Crockett released, all regs. The 2 new releases from the Sigma release, which is Exotic and Soulfire. As well as the 3 new Ethos drops just launched today. So those are all on that website.
Yeah, baby.
Yep. And of course, November is great. November, the upcoming sales, the Black Friday sales, the DJ Short will be the breeder for November, and the flavor of the month will be blueberry, of course. So.
And will we see either or both of you in Las Vegas for MJ JizzCon?
You'll never see me on fucking BizCon.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. You won't go to Vegas.
No
Right.
jizz for him.
Nope. How about Cowboy Cup the following week? We're going to see you there, right, Mr. Bean?
Yes, of course, Mr. Bean.
Sweet.
I'm pretty sure we're going to be at Cowboy Cup.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the booth prices are excellent, and it's one of the few or one of the, I guess,
It's the
remaining.
last of the Cowboys.
outstanding
Last of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta go.
Yeah, the first
Cowboy Cup. Wow.
the first Cowboy Cup I went to. First Cowboy Cup I went to, it might have been the first or second one. We were next to these people, and they were processors. So basically, they made BHO, which was huge at the time before people were squishing rosin and all this shit. And this guy gets out a fucking leaf blower, and leaf blowers obviously suck as much air as they blow. So he'd hook this giant fucking metal bowl up to the part that sucks, and he had it full of bud, and he just starts turns it on and starts torching it, but he's pointing it at our tent. So our whole tent is filling up with this nasty yellow smoke, and my customers are like running away because it's so gnarly. And I was like, those guys didn't put a pound of bud in there. That's bud that's already been ran.
Oh, they probably had some crap.
A lot of times when you empty a tube after running, it looks the same. It looks like bud with crystals all over. It's just like, and finally I looked at the dude, I said, would you stop that shit? I'm supposed to take this tent and all these banners and shit on a plane tonight.
Oh my God, that's nice. Nice.
And they're just, I actually ended up leaving it in Oklahoma, and my buddy spread it out and let it air out for like a couple weeks. Like, I can't take that on the plane.
That is kind of funny you said that, because remember we set up last year in wherever we were, and somebody turned a kiln on that had never been turned on before, and all like whatever like the industrial coating is on the inside that you would burn off outside burned off inside. Same thing happened to us. We had to sort of vacate the place for an hour or two.
Totally different.
But it won't be the same thing this in Tulsa. It's going to be very professional. They have a ton of staff.
Until I come with my leaf
it's the
blower,
8th and 9th of December. And so
like
come
a
see
glass
everybody.
blowing kiln? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was.
Huh. I've never heard of that. It's just usually refractor brick. I've never had to burn anything off.
Well,
of a
whenever then they put something in their kiln they shouldn't have, and it
something
released
could have
the most
dropped in there.
noxious.
I was blowing glass one time, and I always wear long sleeves when I blow glass because it's brutal on your tattoos. Because I work a lathe, so the flame is huge and it spreads out, and it's pretty hard on your tattoos, just like the sun. So I always wear long sleeves. And at the time, I had this like button-up long sleeve shirt, and I put a bong in the kiln. Then I'm making my next bong, and I hear this boom. I was like, that was kind of weird. What the hell was that? So then I go to throw another bong in the kiln. As soon as I did, it was like somebody sprayed poison in my face. And what had happened was I always had a lighter right here so I could constantly light my torch, because it's easy to like blow your torch out when you're doing certain things on accident. And so that lighter had fallen in there, but it was sealed so good. They went boom because it popped the lighter. But all that shit was in there. So when I opened it, it just rushed into my face, and I was like, I'm lucky it didn't fuck me up. I mean, I was okay after like a minute, but man, it was brutal. It was like some gnarly chemical burn or something. So something could have fallen into the kiln, or who knows what. I've never had to burn a kiln off.
Dave's
Dave's
an expert. Dave's a kiln
gotta go to
expert.
Patreon.
He's looking it up right now. He's trying to come up with the answer.
Must be Cajun style.
Google.
Oh no, I wasn't.
He's asking
attention.
Google. Quick. No.
I like how Dave was like trying to wrap it up, and he's like inviting more people onto the show.
And now he's trying to get the
wasn't
show
inviting
going
anybody.
on forever. All right, man. We're gonna go to Patreon. And
Patreon.
Maybe James Bean will come hang out with us.
Come
Dominion.
back and hang out with
Yeah,
us.
I made it work.
Maybe the one guy with the
And I
ski
see Duke
mask.
there too. So
Yeah, see, there he is.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah,
After fucking forever.
Oh,
Yeah,
Right,
it
we
is
were
fun.
trying to wrap.
That's a Black Sabbath song.
So you're not inviting people, but you are inviting people. That's
An hour ago. He has his ski mask on.
We could just double
No,
click.
he's wearing a ski mask.
Well, we'll just go on forever.
Anyway,
Just double click.
he was sneaking.
Click start.
He is the ski mask.
Stop.
Hold on.
bandit.
Mark has an important question. What's the score of the game, Mark?
That doesn't make sense. We won. The Denver Nuggets won.
The Nuggets won? The whole game happened? While we were on?
The whole game happened.
The whole game happened,
It's
and
very
we're
exciting.
in the top of the fifth in the World Series.
That's why I wasn't over here complaining. You guys were just going.
That's so funny.
Anyway, we're gonna run over to Patreon in a few minutes,
Oh.
but if so, we definitely will be seeing. I think we'll be seeing Duke hanging before his
Please
show.
come back.
Yeah,
Yes.
come back and hang
We're
out.
the perfect
Pre-show.
lead-in to the Duke Diamond Hour.
The pre.
Yeah.
The pre.
Duke's a man. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
I love that dude.
You didn't catch the ski mask reference? He's texting me going, ask him about the ski mask.
He
The
was
guy
the-
that
Yeah, you didn't catch on there.
Who, Duke? Well, he came into my booth. Maybe Oklahoma. I can't remember where at some show.
Canacon.
And I turn around and there's this dude with this like weird like Halloween mask or something. Some kind of monster thing. And he's like, like what the fuck? Like, you don't just wander into somebody's booth. It's like, who the fuck is this dude in the middle of my booth, like making gorilla noises at me and shit?
I make my own cheese too.
Yeah, I got you with that balaclava at
Yeah, you did.
at Denver. I just like soaked it in beer, put on a New York accent, told you I was your biggest fan. This was my
Whoa. I want to
favorite.
hear your New York accent. Go right. Come on. Hey, give me a
Hey.
slice of fucking pizza.
Hey, how about get the fuck out of here? Why don't you go get a fucking bagel at the fucking bodega or something, you fuck? How was that?
It needs some work. It needs some work.
Yeah,
It needs
you're
some
kind of.
fucking-
I think you're in
needs some
Connecticut. You're possibly moving to Boston.
Yeah, you're not quite there, but
You're
it's
not
okay.
in New York yet.
Hey, I'm walking here.
That was
a little better.
That was better.
That'll
better.
get you punched in the street
That
in
would
New
get
York.
you. Yeah,
doing
they don't do that anymore.
They don't like that.
You got to get Tommy from Fish Shit.
Oh, we've had Tommy on. He's awesome.
He's totally got that whole New York thing going on.
Yeah,
That dude's fucking.
Tommy's
funny as
he's
shit.
Rhode Island. He's Rhode Island though, but he's got
Yeah,
he's more Rhode Island. See, that's the thing is Rhode Island is really like a sort of between a New York and a Boston accent. That's why people get all like, if you don't know if you don't know it, you think Rhode Island is sometimes because it's sloppy as fuck. I lived there as a kid, so.
Duke, you have any gear running on Seeds Here Now right now?
Of course he does.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Booby, I probably know a lot you
Go
don't.
check it out. SeedsHereNow.com.
That's
Get the
right.
done deal.
And we're gonna go over to Patreon.
Come on over to Patreon.
Where did Bean
Keep the
go?
show
He
going
just-
for
I'm
you.
trying to end it.
You're not. You're not.
You're
I was.
not. No.
Take care, Jinx Proof.
He's very
Love
bad
you,
at it.
man.
All right.
See you
Nice
soon.
chatting with you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, good seeing you, Jinx.
Yeah.
Stay high.
Dude,
All right, man.
Peace.
See you on
Peace out.
Patreon. I'll give you a Zoom link.
Peace.
Come talk to us.
Yeah, you can stay on the same link if you want to hang out with us on
Yep.
the Patreon. No problem. But we're gonna take a 10-minute break and then we're back.
It's usually 20.
Oh yeah, it's like 10 minutes, bro. We're
10,
having fun.
15, but we're gone long, so it could be a little longer.
Peace out.
Jane West next week.
Jane West next week.
Ooh.
Peace out. Oh yeah, now you know. Oh, Duke's got to come on then.
Oh, in studio.
You should be. She's gonna be in studio.
Oh, you see, you don't know how to end the show.
Yeah.
End the show, Gracie.
Come on.
Peace out.
Well, if you guys don't mind me doing a plug, like James was
Yes.
saying, get the seeds from the real guys. It's the quickest way. It's jinxproofsdankbank.com, and the quickest way to do it is just go to my Instagram, and then there's a link in my bio. So it's Jinxproof 2.0 on Instagram, or it's jinxproofsdankbank.com. But that's, like I said, those are the easiest ways to find me. And yeah, authenticate your shit. There's tons of people selling, I'm sure Duke seeds too. Fake, fake Jinxproof, fake Duke, and it's bullshit. So,
Yeah.
Great up with Tendica and half Ganey.
Nice. We got it up
Yeah.
for you in the links, right? So you put it
It's
up.
happening right now.
Nice. Sweet, man. Talk to you soon.
Peace.
all right, peace, guys.
All right. Take care. Peace.
Practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own. This is a special question. We don't want to
you to smoke genetically modified ganja. I want you to smoke the real thing.
Me?
I want you to smoke the natural herb.
Sweet.
Some call it marijuana.
Sweet.
Some call it sesame.
Sweet.
Some call it lamb's bread.
The tea.
And some people call it